I can't do it. Just got word that there might be something wrong here. Hold on. Can you guys hear? Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear? I can hear you guys. Chat. Can you guys hear us? Cameron said no audio. You can't hear them? Here, let's do this. Oh, there we go. Okay, I know the problem. I know the problem.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, here we go.
Restart? Do we want to start over?
Yeah, let's restart it. Here we go.
That's good. I had a really rough. That was a terrible first take. So
Okay, I just like jam into this music anyway, so. Go, Max, go. You got this.
Hey, welcome to the Infinity Bros podcast, the only podcast that is perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Here in the beautiful year of 2021, our first podcast of the year, here live on Discord. Wherever you're listening, however you're listening, thank you for making us part of your day, week, or month. Special episode today. It's live. All 6 Infinity Bros here. I'm your host, Max Mosier. Super excited and grateful to be here with you. The man behind the curtain producing today, Mr. Isaac Edlund. Isaac, how are you?
I'm doing great. Peel back the curtain here and emerge. Yes, I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're like the not cool version of the Wizard of Oz.
I'm like the lame Wizard of Oz. Yeah. All right, I guess I'll take it.
Yes, you are. La May. And 10 feet away from me, in my living room right now, staying the night tonight because we're hanging out this weekend, Mark Jones. Mark, how are you?
Lucky. I'm doing great. It's wild that I can hear. There's like a 2-second delay, so I can hear you, and then I hear you again in my ears.
That is crazy.
I'm lucky. I have a lucky night ahead of me.
That's exciting. That's going to mess with my mind and your mind for
and he
sure.
left his whole bottle near me, so I don't know what his plans are.
Bacardi Limon, official sponsors of the Infinity Bros podcast. All of us can drink, except for one of us. He's a computer. What you're seeing is just a simulation. Put it up for the Infinity Bear, Jarrett. Jarrett, how are you?
I'm doing great. I tried to find the most bro-looking visual display. So if this works for you, fine. If not, I'll be a redhead next week. But this is how I look now. So
yeah,
I'm glad to be your resident AI.
Yes, you are our resident AI and our resident PI, Super Saiyan 1XX, Zane Ellis. Zane, how are you?
I'm here.
You, I would like to point out that you forgot the X's in front of his name as well. Yes. Those are very important X's.
Yeah, seriously, how dare you? Put some respect on my name.
I can't even wrap my head, Zane, around the concept of typing in your username anytime you got to get on PSN.
I mean, I don't. I type in my email, but, you know.
Wait, your email isn't XX Super Saiyan 1 XX?
No.
What is it?
That's just my PSN name.
Okay. So it's probably your like middle school name then, right? Everybody has that like middle school email.
Yeah, for sure.
What was yours?
Just seems like you're asking for too much information.
My gosh.
Maybe.
How dare we try?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Zane's definitely an @Yahoo guy for sure, right? He's definitely not an iCloud guy. He doesn't like the Mac. Speaking of people who are filthy casuals when it comes to cell phones and own Androids, Robbie Sauter. Robbie, how are you?
That was really mean. You know, I was having a good day until then. Now it's just ruined. I'm not even happy to be here.
Oh, Robbie, don't say
that.
The
Vans will not get to see you, Robbie. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I put together a new PC. I have not acquired a camera for the new PC yet, so
it's not just the fans that don't want to see him.
Correct. You're not wrong.
Fair.
We miss your face, Rob.
Well, we're excited you're here. Yeah, Robbie, just don't show us your face. Keep helping the fans out. We're
won't.
excited you're here, wherever you're listening, however you're listening, as we talked about on the front of the show. Thanks for making this part of your evening. If you're here live, like, seriously, pat yourself on the back. You rock. You are a member of the Infinity Bros Extended Universe. We're grateful you're here. You probably listened to us last year. If this is your first time listening, check us out on theinfinitybros.com. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter if you got the itch to Twitch. Isaac, main man up there, he loves to game. It's above average commentary, below average gaming. You will not see good gaming
Very good
on our
way
channel.
to. Oh, what we got here? Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Yushi Squeegee. Thanks,
Yushi
man.
Squeegee.
Yushi Squeegee.
Yushi Squeegee.
That's just how they spell Yoshi, Isaac.
Ah, that must be.
That's
That
just
must
how
be.
Yoshi is spelled.
Yoshi Squeegee.
He can't spell and he can't play video games either, but he can talk to people very well. So check him out on Twitch, guys. You can check us out. We're all throughout the week too. We've got a pretty strong schedule because, like, Jarrett, you're on Tuesdays. Am I correct on that? And then Isaac, you're on
Once I get
Thursdays.
my internet back, yeah.
Oh yeah, the old I don't have internet trick.
Wait, how?
We've
are you,
all been there.
wait. What are you? How are you doing this?
We
now?
don't see Jared either. He's a green
Oh.
screen right
So many
now.
pranks in
He's a full
Montana
green
of
screen.
internet.
Yeah, I'm using all of
Simulate-
Montana's internet
The
tonight.
It's all gone. He's using it all.
all of it. Simulation. The simulation has failed.
Yeah.
He's all green screen right now.
You can tell this is going to be a 6-person podcast. So just make sure you stick with us on this one. And if you like us, shoot us a review on iTunes. We'd love, absolutely would adore if you'd leave us a 4 or 5 rating. If you're going to leave us a 3 or below, I want you to proverbially kick yourself in the nuts. Or if you're a female, trip and fall flat on your face.
jeez.
Because
Wow.
we don't want your below 3
Don't do
star
that.
rating, okay?
Don't do that.
Viewers.
What if they're neither?
remorse.
Mark, that's a great question. I'm going to pass those off to Zane. Just go ahead and shoot
Guys.
him an email to check them out, okay? We got a jam-packed show today for you guys. It is the StanLees. This is our third annual, might I add,
Remorse, we love you.
award show. We're going to talk about our top 5 movies, our top 5 TV shows, and then on the back end, the other 5 are going to talk about their top 5 video games, because last time I did a top 5 video game list, I got made fun of. So I'm not going to do that. We'll close the show with hot or snot, things that we are seeing in pop culture today that are relevant to us. It's probably going to be a very short recap. Stick with us no matter what, because throughout the evening, guys, if you're listening to this live, there are going to be several giveaways. Isaac, will you tell the people how they can win stuff tonight?
Well, Mark is our main giveaway master tonight. We're gonna have 3 giveaways for Funko
Oh.
Pops that Mark is gonna ask a trivia question, and the first
And-
person is that how it works, Mark?
Well, this is how I'm doing it because I make
Okay.
it pretty easy for some folks. The first question will be a random Funko that you'll get, and the question isn't really a trivia question, so watch out. The
Whoa.
second one is a trivia question, and the third one for the Vision Funko that I'm giving away is a little bit harder trivia.
That's
Anyone that
exciting.
answers gets entered in, and then I'll pick a random person.
All right, sounds good. Wait,
That's
everybody
very
enters in. We pick a random person. That's for the Vision one.
No, that's for all of them.
That's for all of them. Oh, okay. Cool.
So basically, if you can type the right answer or type an answer, you probably get entered in.
All right, sounds good. I like it.
Really generous.
We're gonna do like one of those live. We're gonna do like one of those live wheels that you can do on the internet, or like is Mark just gonna pick a name randomly, or how are we gonna do that?
gonna
I
pick
can
a name
actually do a
Or-
random
or Isaac
one
can make
on
it legit.
Nightbot here, so we should.
Oh,
be
good
able
old
to do
fashioned
that.
Nightbot.
Yeah, good old Nightbot.
Yeah. Yep.
Good guy.
Nightbot.
Good
Well,
guy, good
while
guy.
Isaac gets Nightbot ready to go, we're gonna go ahead and dive right into our top 5 movies of the year. These are now how we rate things on this show. We're gonna make sure that we give that information to you shortly. Isaac, is that bumper available for the people listening at home?
Yeah, actually, I have it somewhere. I just got to pull it up. What do we?
I want to make sure if they don't, I can explain it. That's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jarrett has mocked the bumper for 2 years now, so I don't want him to have to listen to it if he doesn't want to listen to it.
Right.
Real quick, shout out to Streamlabs, Viewers Remorse, Comics in the Cross, and Yoshi Squeegee for all the subs
Yeah,
and
we got
the hosting.
follows, viewers remorse.
Thank you
and
so much,
Yoshi Squeegee.
Streamlabs.
I was gonna
Streamlabs
say,
is.
Did you just shout out Streamlabs?
Thank you
He
so
shouted
much,
out
Streamlabs.
hardcore.
Yes. I was just reading them off because Max doesn't understand Twitch, that people
I
like
don't.
to have their names said. So
I
we need
can't
to
see
say their
anything.
name.
How do
I was
I
just
see-
reading down the list. My
How do
bad.
I see those things?
Isaac, do we
Robbie,
have-
Streamlabs
do we
is
have
a bot.
Nightbot?
I was
Yeah,
just
Nightbot,
reading the
right?
list.
we
Jarrett,
shout out
you're a
Jarrett.
bot.
Jarrett's a bot, and we shout him out quite often.
right.
So we can shout
I
out
was gonna say, Jared
Streamlabs
gets plenty
too.
of shout outs.
Oh,
Isaac,
I
do we
meant
have
I meant to say
Nightbot ready
Jabin H
for the first
is
question?
who I was looking for the Streamlabs
Okay.
thing.
Oh yes, Jabin.
Jabin,
Jabin is a
Gavin?
dear friend
Okay.
of mine. Jabin is a dear friend of the podcast. Dear
Okay, all right. I think I got it here. We're gonna play this with.
Yeah. So real quick, if you're listening at home on podcast, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that you're familiar with our rating system. We're gonna put that bumper right here.
Everything is ranked from a 0 to 6 point scale. 0 meaning horrible, and 6 meaning absolutely excellent. If all of the Infinity Bros rank something a 6, it gets an Infinity Step.
Now we're good.
Plot twist. Our
Now,
bumper is silent.
Robbie, do we want to shout out Wisebot?
Yes, of
Do you want
course.
to shout out Wisebot too?
And Nightbot.
And Nightbot. You
Holly-
might as well shout them all out.
Shout them all out. Hey,
give
they
them
help
a
us
shout
out. Hollywood Bones.
Hey,
Shout out to the internet. Yeah, you might as well.
WR Vivian
Infinity Moms.
666
guys. Okay, so
9.
Comics in the
Uh,
Cross is
give me
here,
the
and
description.
they just got a new emote on their Twitch channel, and the emote is literally Pop StanLee. It's like
Ooh.
Fantastic.
perfect for
That's good
perfect
stuff.
for tonight. Nice work, guys.
The Good Morning guys are shouting us out too. Do we want to kind of take an opposite approach and really attack them? I know Lucas really rattled Zane last time he was on our podcast. He had so many
Zane,
platinums
do you
compared
have
to
any
Zane last year.
words to say
Nah,
about
Luke-
that?
No, Lucas is good people.
Okay.
He's
That was
an
your
elite
chance.
people.
I
No,
He's elite people.
It's like
and-
Scott-
respect-
Yeah,
I
the
have
glove.
respect for him.
That's what the glove says about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's good people. Michael Jordan's good people. All right, let's dive into the top 5 movies of the year. You heard our rating
Whoa,
system.
We gotta do the first giveaway, Max.
Yeah.
Jeez, Max?
First giveaway.
You know we have a skeleton script.
Yeah, I'm sorry, a skeleton
I
script.
emailed it
Mark, go
to
ahead and
everyone
just
this morning.
let's get the giveaway out of the gate. Let's go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
All right. First question. All you have to do is answer this question. What is your favorite color? Go.
Wow.
Wow.
What
Really
is
We
your
are
sorry.
favorite
changing
color?
the game here.
Wow.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
let's
Type
start
it
top
up.
5 and see what rolls in.
Type it up in chat.
Zane
We play the
panics
match-
and
the
just
match
goes,
game music.
puce.
Okay.
Texas with a $sign.
Are we gonna
Swipe
draw
a
that
ref.
when after?
Good morning, guys. Knows what's up.
Yeah, that's right.
Zane goes golden retriever.
Are we gonna draw that after our top 5? Or are we gonna wait just a couple minutes? and draw it?
However Nightbot wants to work it, we can do it. After
That's
the
true.
top
This
five.
is kind of on Nightbot. Jarrett, you
We
want
should
to maybe
ask Streamlabs.
communicate to him, please?
Scott.
This is our top
0 1
five,
1
and we'll
0 1
announce the
0 1.
winner.
Scott's here. Scott is in the house, guys.
Scott.
Oh, Scott, he gets
I need
here.
you to be
Scott,
the
good to see you,
Ant-Man,
man.
Scott.
Scott and
I
I
have
need
to
you
say-
to put on the
well,
suit and be
well,
the Ant-Man.
tell us your favorite color. in
Isaac,
chat.
well, you get. Yeah, Isaac. Scott, get your favorite color. Isaac, I will say the latest episode of the Christian Nerd podcast. And you can also check out, let's see, Comics in the Cross. You can also check out the Good Morning Guys podcast. Every episode but Lucas. Zane told me to say that. And anybody else in the chat that we want to shout out real quick, Isaac, before I say my story about Scott.
Not
And I don't
at
look
the
like I'm playing
Not
favorites
at
with
the
him.
moment.
Okay, Scott had a great episode recently on his podcast where he subtweeted us and said that people who called out Wonder Woman for not being a good movie need to chill out. And so Scott, I just want to give you a big old suck it. Just want to tell you to suck it. That's from me. If anybody else wants to pile in, that's fine. But I speak only on behalf of myself.
And then the Max.
You know, it still has a better score than the Man of Steel. You know,
That's ridiculous. That is asinine. That's what that
Hey,
is.
hold
Rotten
on.
Tomatoes does not
just
like
want you to
Man of
know.
Steel.
yeah, and you love
That's
that movie.
buck wild. That's buck wild.
All right,
That's
I need a
insanity.
drum roll. Somebody give me a drum roll.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go. Here's the roll. The winner is Yoshi Squeegee. Look at that.
Yoshi
Nice.
Squeegee.
Good
Hey.
for you.
Yoshi Squeegee comes in
If
here,
you get
gets a
Rolls in, kicks the door
follows
down.
us, and wins a pop. Like, that's pretty awesome. Nice
Yoshi,
job,
Yoshi
if
Squeegee
you give
Way to
me
walked into chat,
Give me
kicked the door down,
100
and said,
names.
"This is my house." Walked
give me
out.
100 names to name my kid. Not naming Yoshi Squeegee is one of them. Not doing it.
Yoshi Squeegee.
Yeah, you already have one. It's Golden Freezer.
Whisper,
Golden
whisper
Freezer.
the Infinity Bros account, and we'll get you hooked up with your pop.
We'll hook up.
afterwards.
Oh,
Very cool.
It's,
Very cool.
it's called Whisper.
Yeah, why is the verb whisper? That's
That's just
super
what it
weird,
is.
dude.
Whisper.
Maybe
Really
I'm
slide
12
into our
this time,
DMs.
guys. Turned 30 in December,
Yeah,
and I'm just not I'm your elder millennial. Give me a break.
Yoshi
You can tell
Squeegee
this is a
says they're
six-person
actually
podcast.
shaking.
Look to your eldest children.
Comics to the Cross says, this is why I fired Nightbot. That's great. Okay,
Hey, Mac,
what are we
let's do our
doing?
top
Are we
five.
doing movies first?
Well, I'm trying to regain control, but Mark just keeps coming
There
in
is
here,
no
and Zane
control.
keeps pouting about Lucas. It's ridiculous. Top
So you do
5
the games
movies.
before we
Broad,
find
man.
the list? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could do. You want to do video games to start?
Yeah.
Just starting with video
Oh.
games.
Okay,
Wait,
fine,
no,
Mark. You
no,
can do top
no,
5.
I'm still trying to figure out a list for video games, to be honest.
Oh, well, okay.
yeah.
Still working
Robbie
on
doesn't
the
make his
list.
list
That's
until
wild.
the episode. So, Robbie, what
Robbie-
list should we do first?
My
Robbie's
list only
show
goes
prep
downhill
is not ready yet.
after video games.
Shows is great.
Okay, yeah, we got to save Zane for later. Let's do
Shows
top
is the
5
only
movies.
thing we got.
We're gonna start, since this one isn't for charity, but it is a special event. We will do our honorable mentions. We're gonna go down the pike real quick. Mark, just say your honorable mentions. Jarrett, you're on deck.
Oh man, my honorable mentions. I have New Mutants, Fantasy Island, Enola Holmes, and that's it that I have written down.
The fact that you put Fantasy Island on this is an insane, like unbelievable.
Have you
I
seen
can't
it?
believe we let you on the show.
Have you
Yes,
seen
I
it?
have. That
Have you
movie's
seen it?
horrible.
Scott says
That
top
movie's
5
horrible.
movies Mark watched this week.
Yeah, Mark watched probably 100
Hey,
movies
we
this
don't
year.
have time for that, Scott.
Out of all, Mark probably watched like 4 times more movies than all of us combined. Like,
Yeah, for
he
sure.
watched-
That's
watched
Oh,
a lot
definitely.
of
Like
movies.
even in just like the last 2 months. Ugh. Once I start the new job, I can't do that anymore. But you know.
I know you can't. You gotta actually work. Jarrett, go ahead in your honorable mention list.
Godzilla King of Monsters, the first half of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and I say that because I was literally watching that this morning and have not finished the second half. And that's all my honorable
the
mentions.
first half.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
All right, Zane, let's
You
start
should have watched all of the
the hike
movies as
uphill.
a bot, but you know it is what it is.
Beep boop bop science. Zane.
I don't even have
Honorable mentions, Zane.
I couldn't even draw it out that far.
No,
I could not-
2020 is hard. 2020 is
It's
hard.
okay. It's
Didn't do
okay.
it.
I didn't have any either.
Thanks, Boo.
Isaac, any honorable mention?
Yes, I do, and you guys can all suck it because I already know what you're gonna say. Wonder Woman 84 is an honorable mention. For me,
Oh
so
my
Oh
god!
wow!
Get
End
outta
the
here.
stream.
Shut
End
it.
the stream.
Ditto. Ditto.
All right, we love you 3000. Later.
Goodbye,
Ditto.
guys.
We should
Wonder
we should
Woman
start the
84.
outro right now with that super altruistic, outgoing guy that
be
does
so
that outro for us.
Wonder Woman.
Thanks for
84.
tuning in to the Infinity
Thanks for
Bros
tuning in to the
podcast.
Infinity Bros podcast.
Podcast.
Wonder Woman 84
Dude,
was not great. It
All right,
wasn't
what's
even
your
good.
other honorable
I'll
mention?
say
Let's
that,
go.
but it
Infinity,
wasn't
let's go.
awful.
Yeah, it's
so-
honorable mentions. You don't
honorable
need to defend. You don't. You had your chance. You had your chance last episode.
I
to defend
said
that
New
movie.
Mutants,
Let's go.
so no one
Let's-
batted an eye.
yeah,
Okay,
nobody.
Robbie,
bet.
give us your
Any
honorable
more
mentions.
honorable mentions? Is that it?
Wonder Woman.
Robbie, go ahead.
1984.
Hey.
Honorable mention.
Thank
Because
you.
Robbie only
That's it.
saw
Thank
6
you,
movies
Robbie.
this year.
You're right.
Is that it, Robbie?
That's it. I can't. I did see
my
another
honorable-
movie. I can't think of the name of it, so I'm moving on.
Ah, indeed.
That's
that
fine.
one.
That's okay. That's okay. My honorable mentions are Safety, the Disney Plus movie that just came out, Sonic the Hedgehog, Da Five Bloods, and Onward. Onward would be my honorable mention. So we will go
Came out in
to
2020?
number.
Oh jeez.
It did,
Oh
Robbie.
my
it did.
gosh.
Uh,
I'm about to rethink my whole list.
The long year.
Jingle
Um,
Jangle is now an honorable mention.
All right, we're gonna start with our number 5. Mark, what is your number 5? Obviously, in the chat too. Please tell us what your top 5 is while we're doing this. Isaac will make sure to get those in there while we're doing it. Mark, we'll start with you. Number 5.
My number 5 is The Hunt.
You want to
Oh,
go
that
any
looks good.
further, or you just want to say it?
Great.
Is this what we're doing? Where I explain
like
the
that.
movie?
Well, I don't want
Oh,
it to
I like-
be like a
You
huge
don't
long
have to
essay
point
like
out the
Isaac
Tell
did
us
for
why
Wonder
it's
Woman.
on your
about-
list.
Nope.
I want the
Walk
high
us
note.
through it.
Okay.
Walk us
Okay,
through
here
it.
it is. So, the movie was supposed to come out in theaters before the
Okay.
pandemic, and then it didn't, but then it kind of did. and then they weren't going to release it. They did, and got it on Netflix and watched it. And the gist of the movie is these elite people, kidnap non-elite people, so like the regulars, the 99 like us, and hunt them in a foreign country. The Hunt.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, Jarrett,
this
number
just-
five.
Is that just
So
2020 in a nutshell?
It's
or-
like Predators.
Except for like it's the greatest game ever.
Predator,
people-
but for rich people. Number
Jarrett,
5
before
is
you say that, real quick, Jarrett. Before you say that, Comics on the Cross wanted to add, Mark, that the final fight is awesome. Go ahead, Jarrett.
It is.
that movie actually does look
Indeed.
really good. Number 5 is Enola Holmes, which my phone autocorrected to Ebola Holmes.
That's
Which I
really chat-
can imagine.
accurately typed.
It's a very different
That's
movie. No, it was really good. I think it was nice to see. Why am I blanking on his name? The Witcher. Please help me.
Henry
flailing
Henry
him.
Cavill, dog.
Henry
Cavill.
Cavill.
Superman.
Henry
Yeah.
Cavill and something else. It was not what we're used to seeing him in, which was really cool. Millie Bobby Brown is fantastic as always. Solid movie.
Agree. That
Sounds like a star-studded cast.
So I mean, I'll just hop in there. I actually just watched it last night, and it surprised me. I was not really expecting to like it as much as I did. It was good, and
Good flick.
Millie Bobby Brown is good. They do some interesting like fourth wall breaking type of stuff, which I didn't really like love, but I didn't hate it. There were less reasons to hate it than everything else that didn't make my list. So
Okay.
I get that.
Zane.
Actually.
All right, my number 5. Didn't believe I was gonna put it on here, but I did. Number 5 is Tremors: Streaker Island.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
boy.
Gas this man up.
Had to dig deep for
Can
this
you-
list, boys.
Can you tell us how that movie plays out?
They go to an island.
Wait, stop.
they're-
The same guy that is in every single other one is the main antagonist in this one. The Graboids have some brand new mutation that's never been seen before. They wreak havoc on a small community. Then somehow they're stopped. That's the end.
Jarrett, you saw it too?
Yeah, it's every Tremors movie, my guy.
That sounds incredible. That's my number 5 as well.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Robbie, what's your number 5?
My number 5, I think it needs more love than it's getting, but Sonic the Hedgehog. Great little family flick. I think everyone could go and see it. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Swag.
I think Jim Carrey was unbelievable in that movie, Robbie.
Right?
I think with what they gave him and the absurd character they gave him, he did a great job.
Well, and just for them to change everything to like make Sonic look good for the fans, like I appreciate that. They deserve a top 5 mention.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve a top 5 mention, but I'd give him an honorable mention because
I hope
I'm giving
they
them one.
appreciate it when they watch it.
They will.
yeah, I think he
They're-
did.
they're out of
Viewers
work
remorse
now.
just said he deserved an Oscar, and I'm having viewers remorse reading your comment. That's just insanity to even
Got him.
articulate that.
Got him.
Oh man. Boom. Roasted. My number 5
That guy-
did
Hey,
not come out in
Scorsese.
2020 in your face, Scorsese. This did not come out in 2020, but it close enough, and we watched it actually a couple weeks ago. Is Just Mercy, starring Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's a good.
Great
movie.
movie.
Great movie.
This movie is fantastic. I did not even, for whatever reason, I just didn't get around to watching it when it came out. And I watched it on HBO Max. And if you have HBO Max right now, this is a must watch. I will leave it at that. It's a wonderfully acted and a very well created movie. I really like it. Brie Larson is especially fantastic in this one. Zane, calm down. I know you don't like her that much, but she's fantastic in this. We're going to go to number 4. Mark, what's your number 4 movie?
My number 4 movie is Onward.
Yes.
It was one of the last movies I saw in theater. So, and everyone should know what Onward's about,
So
right?
good.
It's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a feel-good
good one.
story.
Yeah.
Brothers trying to bring their father back from the dead, and in this like
Two brothers.
futuristic, fairyland world.
And they have a tight bond.
Strong bond.
And there's outer space.
Onward is dynamite, Mark. It barely didn't make my list. It was definitely number 6. If we did a top 6, it would have been my number
That's what
6.
an honorable mention.
Isaac, what about you, Isaac? What's your number 4?
My number 4 is. Sorry, I just was not prepared.
That's fine. We're just trying to do a 2-hour podcast, and you're taking forever on a list that shouldn't take long.
He's doing his best.
His
okay?
number
It's
4
here,
is
it's
the top
here.
5.
My number
Well,
4
Scott's gonna get
okay,
mad.
here we go,
Robbie,
here we
have
go,
you
here
seen
we go,
Scott
here we
mad?
go,
He
here
gets
we go,
mad
here we
easily.
go, here we go. My number 4 is Scoob. I don't know if you guys watched that, but Scoob
It's good.
Was that this
actually
year?
fantastic.
Yeah,
it
that was this year. Yeah.
I watched that and thought that'd be great to watch with like my nephews.
Oh, it was
yeah.
great to watch. Great to watch with the kid.
It's my
Excellent for the
daughter's like favorite movie that came out this year. Like she loves it, and I thought it was gonna poop all over the original like Scooby Doo series and stuff like that, but it actually had some really cool callbacks, and it had the whole theme song in the show, and they like redid it in their animation and stuff. It was really cool. Growing up a super Scooby Doo fan, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. So that's my number 4.
Jarrett, let's go to you. What about you?
All right, my number 4 is Soul. If you want to check out more on that, look at, was that our last episode or 2 episodes ago? I have more thoughts there, but Soul is my number 4.
Shameless plug.
Dane, what about you?
It's good.
My number 4 is also the first stop on the Rattle Max tour. It's Birds of Prey.
Do you want to praise it before I
Rattle.
tear it
Just the
down, or
first
do you want to
stop.
should we just move on?
we can just move on.
Train's
Wait, did that
leaving the
come out-
station, man.
Okay.
Hang on.
that
you
come out in
mean Harley
2020?
Quinn?
Mm-hmm.
Birds of Prey.
I think
or
it
Harley
is not
Quinn,
good.
Harley
It did
Quinn,
come out in
Emancipation
2020.
for
Oh
Harley
my!
Quinn.
I messed up my list. I do
Yeah,
not
February.
remember these movies coming out this year, man. It's a long.
That
Well,
movie's
it
year.
was
not
like
good.
20 years ago.
It's a long
Better
year.
than Wonder Woman,
It is better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
and
I'll give it
definitely
that.
better than Captain Marvel.
It's 100% better than Captain Marvel.
Ooh,
That's for
Scott's
sure.
guys, you
You're
better watch your mouth.
nuts.
Scott is
You
a
guys
cat,
are
man.
Scott's
nuts.
rattled.
If you think that movie is better than Captain Marvel, you're outside your mind. The only thing that's good about that movie is a breakfast
No,
sandwich.
I'm not outside my mind. I'm in your mind.
Pretty much everyone thinks it's better than Captain Marvel.
And pretty much everyone thinks that. Actually, not everybody thinks that. So there you go. Robbie, why don't you
not
give us your
everyone
number 4?
thinks that.
Actually, go ahead. Number 4. Let's hear it.
Oh, The Way Back, starring Ben Affleck.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a
Great
good
little
movie.
flick. It's on
Fantastic.
HBO. I believe it's still on HBO Max. I'd have to double check, but
It is. You can watch it on
Okay,
HBO Max.
yeah.
Yes, Robbie, you're correct.
great film to watch about a.
Robbie, that's my number. Robbie, that's going to be my number 3 later. I would
nice.
just add that Ben Affleck absolutely crushes that role, and
Right.
it's a movie that at first you're like, this is another alcoholic making poor choices movie, but then you find out the reason why, and to get the
Oh,
backstory of
as
the
a-
character pays
As
off.
a father, that movie sucked.
Yes,
Screw that
Difficult.
movie as a-
difficult movie, but it's a must watch. It's also a great sports movie. I'd add that too. Number 4 is for me is Irresistible. This is the political satire movie starring oh my gosh.
Steve Carell.
It was star-studded. It was star-studded, yeah. Steve Carell.
Studded.
But it was
Reese Witherspoon.
it was Reese Witherspoon was not in that. You're talking about the morning show now. Irresistible was written by Jon Stewart. It was a political conversation about how the Democratic and Republican Party really use people and use finances to leverage their party versus helping people. And won't get more political than that, but I thought it was a very well done movie. It did not get high ratings. It wasn't like poorly received, but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And given the year we've had, it was a movie that I felt was very touching and very timely. So I said my number 3, which is The Way Back. So Mark, we'll go to you. What is your number 3 movie of 2020?
My number 3 is Palm Springs, which is the 2020 version of Groundhog's Day.
Oh yeah. Totally forgot
Yeah,
about that
Hulu.
movie too. Jeez.
It's a fantastic
Andy
movie.
Samberg.
Did you
Yeah, it was
did
great.
you do any research for this, Robbie? Or
Forgot about this year,
You know,
man. I
Robbie,
forgot about it.
You can go. Wikipedia has a page where you can go 2020 in film, and it will show you all the films that came out
literally?
in 2020.
Yeah.
How? Wait. Does someone have to
You
access
go
the internet
to
for that?
an internet search engine.
Oh.
You type in www.google.com or www.bing.com, depending on your preference.
Okay, now
There
what
might
does
be
the
more out
W
there.
stand for?
World Wide Web.
Oh. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Was that your number 4, Mark, or is that your 3?
Number 3.
Okay.
This is number 3. Go ahead, Isaac.
I'm keeping tabs, so. Okay. All right, here we go. My number 3 movie is Soul. Already talked about it. Fantastic movie. Number 3.
Number 3, Jarrett.
Crazy Rich Asians. I think this came out in 2018, but me and my wife watched
It
this
did.
a few weeks ago. Really good movie. I was expecting it to be something wholly different, but the acting in this is phenomenal. Great movie. Must watch for anybody.
And also for people in the listening, our rule is just movies we've watched in 2020. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
actually movies that came out
Right.
in 2020.
If you
We
think
kind of
of-
like disclosed that last year, and Robbie just like took that and ran with it, and The Office was like his number 1 show. And
this is the first time I watched. I'll explain. It was the first time I watched The Office all the way through. I had never seen every episode of The Office.
it's okay.
Last year,
First time
because
Zane's
I
watched
watched
Tremors. It's the
all
first
of it.
time you watched The Office.
Well, there you
There's-
go.
There's
So
no
don't-
way.
I don't-
There's no way a non-2020 show, movie, or video game wins a StanLee, because I think all of the top
Correct.
ones are coming out this year, so it's all good.
Except for Community, which
Correct.
should win.
Gosh, here we are. Rub
Jarrett,
it.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Zane, go ahead. Number 3.
My number 3 is actually my loophole pick here. My number 3 is Jurassic Park. And the reason
Ooh.
why I have Jurassic Park,
Like, the
is
OG, I love that.
yep. The
30
reason why
years later.
I have Jurassic Park is because when no movies were coming out this summer, we were having drive-ins play movies.
Dude.
Jurassic Park led the box office in 2020
is
over the
amazing.
summer.
I
Due to
also,
drive-in.
Zane,
on that note,
not only is that allowed, Zane, I think that's great.
That's awesome.
on that note, I watched Empire Strikes Back in theaters with my wife this year, and it was an awesome experience. Like, if
That would be
theaters
sweet.
are doing that, like, I'd highly recommend going and seeing older movies in theaters, because it is a lot of fun.
Okay.
I love this. We're getting roasted in chat.
We are. We're totally getting ripped. Robbie, go ahead.
Number 3 is Soul.
Shows over.
Yeah, Soul.
Oh, my Lanta.
Yoshi
Oh my
is
God.
telling us show's over and that person won a Funko. Do we take that Funko?
They're like, all right, I won the Funko. Now we can end it. All
They,
right.
they
Have
kicked
a
in the
good
door,
night,
said,
guys.
"This is my house." Stole the
No, my
Funko.
favorite
said, "I'm out."
My favorite, the best comment so far is, who the heck goes to Bing over Google intentionally? That's a wonderful line.
That's
It's
great.
like, it's like
I know.
you're at work, and it's
Can we
the,
send them
the
a Funko Pop?
default Google,
If
the
you have a
search
Surface,
engine
that's
is
your search
Bing.
engine.
It's not Google.
The best movie of 2020 will not be a non-2020 movie unless you're Zane. So keep that aware. That was
Hey, we
comments
only
and
did
cross
number
also saying
3. I still got 2 more, okay?
Yeah, Cross.
that. I know, but
Shush.
I'm not
All right.
Robbie.
you tend to be the guy. You tend to be the guy that does that.
Bravo.
We'll jump to number 2 then. Number 2. Wait, Robbie, did I do you? We did you, right?
Yeah, we
You
did
did so,
Soul.
never
It's
mind.
number
All
3.
right.
He
Yeah,
said
we
Yeah,
did
right.
Soul again.
Number two for me is Tenet. This movie barely stays out of number 1 for me. This is the coolest shot movie I've ever seen. It's one of the few movies that I would say, and if you've listened to this show, you know how I feel about theaters. This is one of the few movies I've seen this year that I would go, you have to see this in a theater. Well acted across the board. This movie is absolutely dynamite, and Christopher Nolan does it again. And this may be, I would argue, this might be more ambitious than Interstellar, given the work that he had to do and the things that he had to get done on screen. Go watch Tenet. You can check it out now. Mark, go ahead. Number 2 for you.
Sorry, just side note, Max. I wanted to ask a question. Do you think it would be like a detriment to not watch it in the theater? Do you think it would be a bad movie?
Yes, this is one of the few movies that I think you're not going to get what you need to get out of it unless you're in a
Hey,
theater
Isaac,
or you
ready for
have a
this.
big screen.
Max, you're done talking right now. No, what my number 2 is, and I didn't see it in theaters.
Okay.
Tenet. Fantastic movie. Watched it on my 50-inch
wow.
screen TV in a blacked out room.
Oh,
I think I got the same experience.
oh my gosh.
Wow.
I love
Going
it,
against
Mark. You're
Max
proving my
narrative.
point for me. I love
It's
it.
almost
I love it.
like you don't have to go to the theater to enjoy a movie.
Gasp.
What an idea.
It's dynamite.
Wild stuff.
What an
Robbie.
idea.
Mark,
You're gonna
what was
spook- you're gonna spook
what they
Max.
did on the screen? That's fine.
Key.
Was what they did more impressive in regards to the inversion stuff or the storytelling? What really blew you away watching it to put it at number 2?
The visual effects they did. That's like doing their like reversing and then going forward and then reversing again stuff. When you watch it, that statement will make sense. That's what blew me away. It's like how do you visually see that in your mind and then create it on screen? Just blew me away.
Yeah, it was remarkable. It's a must see. It's a must see.
We've got a poll. Going in
Isaac, go
chat.
ahead.
We've got a poll going in chat to make Princess Bride movie of the year. What do you think about that, Max?
Well, if we all voted number 1, then
This
it would
is-
win.
this
right?
Then it is. Then it is. I mean,
Changing my list.
Is this a
And consider it changed.
what kind of rating do we have on our podcast? Because I can't give it explicit, right? We don't say enough swear words to give it explicit, but we're closing in on that territory, right?
are we?
What? Wait.
I didn't.
I don't
think
know.
we were
Comics on the
coming
Cross
close to
just
that,
said
but-
Max doesn't get to say Max is wrong, and I'm about to mock your the way you say things. Comics on the Cross. You better calm
Hey, will
down.
you not pick on Comics in the Cross?
I'll pick on him all I want
I'll
if he's
come
going to
into
pick on
that room,
me.
Max. I'll come
Don't
in
you, I'll lock,
there and beat you
there's a
up
lock
on
on the
camera.
door, Mark. There's a lock on the door.
I'll kick the door down. I can build enough momentum to
just
break
see-
down your door.
You just see Mark like climbing in through the window.
Oh yeah.
You guys won't kiss live on stream.
No, we will not. No, we will not.
That
Isaac, what is
Mark's
your
like-
number 2?
bet.
Oh, sorry. What was that? My number
Isaac,
2?
what is your number 2?
All right, my number 2 is Hamilton. I don't know. Maybe that's a loophole too because it's technically
Nope.
a stage play, but it came
did
out on
drop
Disney
in
Plus,
2020.
and it's
It did.
amazing. And it came out in 2020. Hamilton was amazing, so Hamilton's my number 2.
Zane told me I just need to listen to the soundtrack,
You pretty much do, yeah.
and you know the
And
whole.
I doesn't know
listened to
anything
the
about history.
soundtrack
Soundtrack
before
was
watching the
seven.
movie, and it was good, but it made it so much better when I actually watched the movie. It's a 3-hour movie, and I've considered it
It's a
watching it
musical.
more than
It's
twice.
a musical
So
Twitch people.
it's good stuff.
Rule breaking. We established no rules. Someone say we're breaking the rules. Whatever.
It's viewers' remorse. They are very
It's
upset.
our show.
I mean, technically,
Well,
it's
like,
a
whose line is it
Zane,
anyway?
settle
It's a
down.
movie of a stage play.
Zane,
Viewers
Whoa,
remorse.
whoa, whoa!
Whoa.
Hold on.
Jarrett, go ahead. What's your
You know,
number
if
2?
it was 1940, they might call Hamilton the version you saw a talkie, which would be a movie. So there's your loophole, lawyered Twitch.
Lawyered.
All right, Jarrett, number 2.
All right, Infinity Bros
Freaking
chat,
great.
prepare to be extra rattled. This movie is from 2016. Hunt for the Wilder People, directed by Taika Waititi.
Oh, that's
Um,
such a good movie.
It's such a good movie. It's the
good
story
flick.
of a orphan and his adopted uncle and their journey to connect together through the wilderness. I don't want to give away too much more than that, but it is probably one of my all-time favorite movies.
Great flick.
Great movie. Zane.
All right.
Unlike Jarrett, my number 2 is actually from 2020, and it's Onward.
Yes.
Literally, your number 3 is
That's
from
really kind of you.
1990.
Really kind of you to say that after you did Jurassic Park at number 3.
Incredible.
Jurassic World? Nope. Jurassic Park, the first one.
The first one.
Robbie, number 2.
My number 2 is also Onward. And I'm keeping my entire list in 2020, unlike Zane.
Okay.
Okay,
Comics of
guy.
the Cross is
Zane.
almost
Says-
one
Yeah,
hour.
grow up, Zane.
Almost 1 hour to the podcast, and no award has been given. You know what?
But
Here
a
we go.
Funko
The
Pop's
number
been given
one.
away, so
The Funko Pops were given away at the front of the show. That's enough out of you. All right, here we go. The number 1 movie of the year.
Number two
Who
is
gets you
Casablanca.
StanLee? I'll start. It's already been said. My number 1 movie of the year is Palm Springs. I thought this movie was tremendous. Everybody did a great job. I love how they established the rules in this. Andy Samberg is hilarious the whole time in this movie. Kristen Milotti is great, especially after I had to endure her horrendous final season in How I Met Your Mother. I love this movie. It gets my StanLee. Palm Springs. Go watch it on Hulu. Mark, go ahead.
the actual number 1 and the most deserving of the Stanleys is The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Yes,
Trial
it
of the Chicago
is.
7.
Thank you, Mark.
True cinematic genius right there. Not no dumb, funny Groundhog's Day ripoff.
100%.
Even though it was my top 3.
100%.
Still recommend to go see it.
Palm Springs is better than Groundhog's Day. There, I said it.
It's not better than The Trial of Chicago 7.
That's also true. Both are true.
Apparently, according to you and Robbie,
Great.
it is not.
It's on
So there you
Netflix.
go.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it, everyone. Great flick.
Isaac, your StanLee.
My selection for number 1 for StanLee for 2020 already has several votes. It's Onward. That movie broke me. I loved that movie. So much so that we did a mini-sode on it, and we don't really do mini-sodes on a lot of movies. So yeah, I loved Onward. I loved the whole fantasy vibe that was going on with it, and the D&D references, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Give us more Onward movies.
Amen.
Jarrett, number 1.
I gotta echo what Isaac said. It's gotta be Onward. I think I can go ahead and say that I'm the biggest D&D nerd out of all of us, and other than probably Spider-Verse, this is the most played movie in my house. I love Onward. 6 out of 6.
Zane, number 1 movie of the year.
My number 1 movie was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And that was in part just because of the nostalgia of it, because Sonic was my favorite character growing up, and that was just a very enjoyable movie to watch.
Oh, that's why Zane likes to spin. Got it.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense too, Zane, because like I remember when
Zane
you
just
and I
rolls
talked
down
about
the
this
street.
movie, when we talked about this movie, Zane, you were really excited that even Tails was introduced in the post-credit scene.
Oh,
Spoiler
heck yeah.
alert for that movie.
Wow,
Like,
wow,
you were like,
spoilers, guys.
I know, sorry. Zane, you were like
Grow up.
like actually animated about that. So I totally believe it. So those are StanLees for movies. Make sure you check
Okay,
all those
that's
out.
fine.
And I
No,
have
it's
the
fine.
I
I
have
don't
You
wanna-
the
didn't
I don't
just
wanna
say
get
it's the trial.
Doesn't
Didn't you
Robbie get
agree
a
with
number
Mark?
1?
I did.
thought you agreed with Mark. I thought that was your
said my
number
name.
You
No, you
spoke
didn't.
about the man's
No, it's
speed.
fine.
Robbie,
never mind. No, it's fine.
Robbie, go ahead and tell us one more time why you agree with Mark.
The actual best
Which
film of the year is The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Like,
It's
it should win
100% the
movie of
best
year.
film of 2020.
It should. Yes.
All right. So I have the tallies right here. Do we want to hear our StanLee
Yes.
award for the 2020 movie of
Yes.
the year?
Yeah, the people
It
are
is
mad
by
about it.
far, by a mile, it is Onward.
Onward.
Is the 2020 StanLee for best movie.
Mm.
Congratulations
Looks
to Onward
like
and the crew
Trial
out
of
of Disney.
the Chicago 7 is in second with the 2
We're
first place
Trackles.
votes, excuse me. And then
Voses.
Palm Springs and Seoul came in third with 8 votes. So there we go.
Like,
Really,
Onward.
not Tremors?
Yeah, Souls.
Tremors didn't get it.
Wait,
I'm surprised.
No.
Tremors
wait,
didn't-
where did
How many points?
Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah,
How many points did
That'd be number
Jurassic
4.
Park get?
Jurassic
At
Park
least 3.
had more votes than Tremors, unfortunately. So, you know.
Oh man,
incredible.
that's a bummer for the audience. Oh, well, let's go ahead and give away another Funko Pop, Mark. Why
yes.
don't you do that? The audience
Yeah,
is antsy
Funko
for this.
Pop.
All right. This one you actually have to know what it is.
Ooh.
And then
Ooh,
the
okay.
question is, what are Wolverine's claws made out of?
Everybody's gonna get this wrong.
Literally everyone.
All right. So enter that in the chat. What do you think the answer is? And we will do that giveaway in a couple minutes here. Ooh. Okay. Comics in the Cross. They're going a little.
These guys want free stuff.
Do we want to? All right.
A lot of people
we'll
mad we
wait.
didn't talk about Bill and Ted 3.
What are Honey Badger's bones made? Or what are Honey Badger's claws made out of?
Some people are going to be really rattled when I tell them what the answer is.
Cross, you read a lot of comics. You a Honey Badger fan? Viewers' remorse is killing me with their responses right now.
Addo.
They're really putting in the effort.
Fantastic.
If you didn't hear, the question to be answered is, what are Wolverine's claws made out of?
I know. I feel like they dumped a lot of people out of the Xbox.
Max, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
I
Max,
can
it's
hear Max
been
talk, and
great having
I
you,
can
but
hear him talk, and none of you can hear me.
Sorry. While we're
just cussing up a storm.
that's hilarious. While we're waiting, real quick for more answers, because we got a couple people here that are probably still processing. What do we think of WandaVision 2 episodes going to come out on Friday? Are we pretty stoked about that?
So
I
I mean,
pumped,
how do
dude.
we feel about
Oh my
this?
gosh, I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome.
The most recent trailer that they dropped, the spoiler was, I'm like chomping at the bit, ready to go.
I have no idea what they're doing in this, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite thing about this show is that and Loki. I'm like, I have no idea what they're doing, and I kind of have an idea, but it's like very vague, and I could be very wrong. That's exciting.
This is because we talked about like House of M stuff way back in the day, and this is like something way, way separate from that now. Like,
no, this
maybe
this
at
is
some point it
definitely
was a hint of
more-
that, but
No, this is definitely more Vision and her living together, and
Yeah.
Wiccan and Speed stuff. This is maybe House of M happens at the end. We'll see.
All right.
All right,
I
are we
think
good
that's
to give
enough
this
time.
away?
Yep. The answer
she came
to
in
the
with that.
question is bone. Wolverine's
Comics.
claws are
Bone,
made of
man.
bone.
The-
They are covered
Gosh.
in animanium. I am sorry, viewers.
It's,
for
auto,
knowing
it's
this.
Comics in
automedium.
the cross. Wins comes in
Atomium.
clutch.
It's automatium.
So let's send that to Nitro. Let's just go ahead and send that to
That's a
Nitro.
great
He's pretty
idea.
good
Send
guy,
it
sure.
tonight.
You just see my door break down. It's cross. It's not even Mark. It's cross. Oh my gosh.
Congrats to
He's got
Comics
2
in the
bags of that
Cross.
coffee, that the Gamer Grind coffee, just like chugging it as he
thought-
like runs in there.
Jared, I thought you were gonna say he had 2 bagpipes.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought he was gonna go-
Bagpipes.
All right. Should we
Oh.
show
Got a
it?
unicorn flag and yeah.
just kicking me in
Half
the
his
face
face
while he
painted.
plays them. He doesn't even stop.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh, it's
Shouts
good stuff.
freedom at your cold body.
Congrats,
Isaac, do they whisper to you to get that?
I can contact Cross.
How will we ever get a hold of Cross?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We might have to.
Cross
we might
doesn't
have
really
to
talk
do
to
some
us.
digging.
Yeah.
Burst through the door and beat down Max with some bagpipes. Please.
Oh, that's good
Viewers
stuff. All right, should we head
remorse,
over to
middle top
the?
man is
Should we head over to the top
And it's
5?
his giveaway, so.
Should we head over to the top 5 TV shows of the year?
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
our honorable mentions first. Mark, let's hear your honorable mentions for TV shows this year.
My number 5.
Your honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. I just have a few, just 3 of them. I have The Stand, which is actually fairly new to 2020. Love it. Space Force and Blood Zeus. I really enjoyed Blood Zeus, so
It's a good,
I may not have
good little anime.
Isaac.
Honorable mentions. I don't have a lot. I did start watching Mythic Quest on Apple TV, so I'll throw that one in there. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Hear it.
My honorable mentions are Until They See Us and Watchmen. I have yet to finish Watchmen, so that's why it's on my honorable mentions. Great start, though.
What's
How far into Watchmen are you?
wrong with you?
2 episodes in, I think.
Dude, you got to get moving. You haven't
It's
even.
it's great.
had-
It's
you know,
great.
You've
You
had
haven't
my
even-
HBO hookup for like a month now.
I've been working, dude.
You know, I don't know if you deserve it anymore.
You don't
That's
even
fair.
know. You don't even know what's gonna happen, Jarrett. You're not even like to the
I
point
don't.
where
I
like,
don't.
any of it makes
The
sense.
first episode, I was like, okay, I get the vibe where this is going, and then the
Yeah.
ending, I'm like, wait,
No.
hold
No.
on.
Nah.
Nope, you are nowhere near where you need to be. Zane,
I don't have any.
Boom.
fantastic.
All right.
Robbie,
All right, I got
Not The Office?
4. The Blood of Zeus. Mark already mentioned that. The Undoing on HBO Max. Raised by Wolves, also on HBO Max, and Lovecraft Country, also on HBO Max.
Robbie, what's your rating of The Undoing? Because that's the one that I've heard from a lot of people.
I really liked probably 85% of it. I wasn't in love with the ending. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 6.
Okay. All right. That's a lot of people are complaining about the ending too. I don't know what
It's-
happens, but I'm just hearing the ending sucks.
It's
That's
just not
what-
as climactic as you would wish it was going to be. I think is what
Roger
people-
that.
They just wanted more.
I've got Tiger King, Upload, Evil, The Making of Frozen 2 on Disney Plus. This is like a 6-episode thing. I didn't know if it was a
I'll throw
documentary
Tiger
TV
King
show.
on mine too because they're not on my
So I
list.
put that in there.
forgot about Tiger
And
King.
then
They didn't make my list.
and it's just for the season, not the show itself. But Rick and Morty did a remarkable job this year, and so I would just put Rick and Morty season 5
Isaac,
on
you
there.
could mute yourself next time, maybe.
Yeah, Isaac, we don't need to
Okay.
sneeze into cross
He's just-
ears.
I'm not trying to give it out to everybody out here, so you know.
That's rough.
Glad. Look at that. All right, Mark, let's hear your number 5 movie of the year. I'm sorry, TV show of the year.
My TV show of the year is Tiger King.
Wait, number 5?
Yeah, for 5.
Okay, I thought
He's like,
I'm sorry.
oh.
It's like,
I thought that jumped to 1 real quick. I was
It
like,
sounded like you said my TV show of the year.
yes, that's. I
Oh, my
thought you were
bad.
jumping to 1.
Maybe
No, it's
I
okay.
did.
That's okay.
The Bacardi is really, really getting to me.
Oh yeah,
Heard that. Been there.
Max is gonna have a good night.
I.
Hell yeah.
Anything to add on that before we go to Isaac?
Now it would sweep the nation for like a month.
Did.
It
did.
helped
It's
with-
hard to
it
believe
did
that was
definitely
in
helped with
2020,
COVID.
Gosh,
honestly.
that was a wild
Seems
time.
so long ago.
That was like the wild, wild west back then.
It was.
I still hold that. I still hold that Joe Exotic is on the Mount Rushmore of 2020.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah, absolutely.
culturally,
Probably up
he's
there.
just an
Probably up
icon.
there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the show is the best compared to the other 5 I watched, but yeah. Isaac, what about you? Number 5.
My number 5 is Rick and Morty, season 4. It was a banger. Lots of crazy, out of this world stuff happening. You basically knew it was coming, but at the same time, you were shocked all the same. Rick and Morty season 4 is my number 5.
People just go head over heels over the Vat of Acid episode.
It's a good one.
Like they are just head over heels about that episode. Jarrett, what about you? Number 5.
Lovecraft Country. Great TV show. I wouldn't say it's for everyone. I watched it with my wife, and I don't think she was as into it as I was, but fantastic series. I love it. The acting in this is above and beyond phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump the gun and say my number 5 is Lovecraft Country too. Jarrett, everything you said I echo, and I think it's going to get talked about more. So Zane, go ahead.
My number 5 is a little documentary called McMillions.
Ooh,
don't
that was
know.
good. Good stuff.
Oh, McMillions is good.
I
a
very
good
much
show.
enjoyed that, and not only just because I like McDonald's, but I enjoyed the McDonald's monopoly and just the whole story that they get into behind what happened to it, and you're just like, this is wild. Like, we're getting into like gangs.
Oh, that's not
and
going to
stuff.
focus, is it?
No.
So I had to go
Yeah, I was gonna
McMillions.
say that.
You could
cannot
tell-
see a single thing.
You could tell Zane. You could tell Zane is super excited about something. He goes, "I very much liked that." And when he gets serious about
I
him
very
liking
much
stuff,
enjoyed that.
I very much enjoyed McMillions. It was a very
That-
good show.
Very much enjoyed.
Yeah,
Can I-
it was a
can I-
wonderful show.
Can I halt the middle of this top 5 and
Yeah,
settle
I
a
think you need
dispute
to-
we have going on in chat?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is from the official Marvel Encyclopedia. Under category Wolverine, it says his skeleton has been laced with unbreakable metal adamantium, which makes his already existing bones unshatterable. Case
Boom.
closed. All right, continue.
Roasted. Robbie, let's go. Your number 5.
Sorry, I was not ready. My number 5 is Manhunt Deadly Games. It's a new show on Netflix. It's about Richard Jewell and which bombing was it? It's I don't know. It's a really good show on Netflix. It's about Americans. It's about American terrorism and bombings and stuff. It's really really good.
Okay.
Right.
Let's go to number 4. Mark, your number 4 show.
My number 4 show, I have Dave, which is the, what would you call it? It's Lil Dicky's quasi biography tale of his rise to fame. Great. You have to get get past these episode 1. The last 9, fantastic. The last episode, one of the best episodes of comedy I've seen all year.
The ending of that is so good. Yeah, that's honorable mention for sure.
Mark, I'm gonna tell you, I watched this show this week, and it's number 2 for me. Dave is
dang.
absolutely remarkable. This show is absolutely remarkable. FX absolutely crushes it with this one. This was Mark has been really adamant about 2 shows. He's been adamant about this one and then Righteous Gemstones. I don't like Righteous Gemstones, but I really
he only watched 2
enjoyed
episodes of
Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones, so he didn't get to the.
I couldn't after 2
didn't get
episodes.
to
I'm
the
like,
cream
I'm
of the
done. I
crop.
can't do it. I'll give it maybe a couple more episodes to try, but so far I'm not impressed.
There are like 9 episodes, and this dude can't get past 2 of them.
I can't. They're not. It's not
He
good.
watches all 1,200 seasons of How I Met Your Mother.
I had
and
COVID.
then
I
can't
had
watch
COVID.
9 freaking episodes
I had COVID.
of one TV show.
Yeah, I had COVID. Yeah, Dave is absolutely remarkable. So, go ahead, Isaac. Number 4.
So my number 4 is actually Umbrella Academy. Great show, great season.
Oh, I forgot
That's
about Umbrella
number
Academy. Oh my gosh, I
I
forgot
know.
about
Okay,
that.
so
How could you
this
forget?
season of
Wow.
Umbrella Academy is a 6 out of 6. That's how many good shows I have in my top 5. So
Okay.
yeah, Umbrella Academy was amazing. I was bummed I had to put it down at number 4, honestly. So
Jeez. Love average at best.
Jarrett.
Number 4 is The Boys.
hey, there it is.
Not much to say. We've talked about it before. Great season, fantastic. I'm looking forward to what they do next.
Zane.
That was good.
Zane, we can't hear you. You're muted.
I was muted. My number 4 is Tiger King.
Sway.
For
Yeah, that makes
reasons
sense.
already spoken.
It's
Okay.
crazy how
Robbie.
it swept the nation, though. Like I
It
think
did.
the
That's
show
like-
itself
yeah.
is good, but the crazy thing about that show is how everybody was watching it.
It was a
wasn't-
cultural, yeah, it was like a
Right.
cultural
Cultural
phenomenon more than it was
phenomenon,
the TV
right.
show.
Mhm.
Right.
Odds the president pardons him before
Oh,
he leaves
jeez.
office.
No way. 5% at most. Very
Honestly,
very slim.
I honestly think I could have
Chip
made a
Terrence
top
Terrence.
5 just documentary series. So I left Tiger King and oh gosh, why am I blanking so much? Oh, the Michael
You're thinking
Jordan,
of The
The
Last
Last Dance. Yeah, I left
Oh, yeah.
those 2 like off
I-
my list.
Man, I had to
But
leave
they
that
could-
one off too, but that was so good.
They could 100% be on my list.
Yeah,
But my number 4 is The Queen's Gambit, which is also another show on Netflix that is kind of sweeping the nation. A lot of people like it. It's about chess. It's really good.
Everyone's getting into chess now, Robbie.
Yeah, everyone's buying chessboards.
Everyone's into chess. Number 4 is another one that Mark got me on, but it's on Apple TV, The Morning Show. I have to tell you, that show is fantastic. I could not stop watching this show. I was floored at how much I enjoyed this show. Jennifer Aniston, just absolutely crushes this role. Steve Carell plays a absolute creep,
Like a Matt
and
Lauer type.
he is totally the Matt Lauer in this show. And he actually sells you. No, like literally he does. Like it is literal commentary on Matt Lauer. He sells you in the first couple episodes that he's a good guy, and then at the end you basically come to find it's a spoiler by saying this, but it's still worth watching. You come to find out he's horrible, and I cannot recommend this show enough. I think this is how you talk about the Me Too movement, in my opinion. This was a very well done show, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I cannot wait for season 2 of this show. Mark, let's go to number 3.
My number 3, and I gotta say this before I say my number 3. I have to put more honorable mentions in. The Boys, the newest season, Umbrella Academy newest season, and
Right.
Lovecraft Country. It's like I was like, I tried to keep it, and even those Apple shows I've been promoting all year.
You know, you could have just
2019.
Googled all the shows in 2020.
I have them written down. I just didn't say them, so that's why I felt the need to say it.
No, I'm with you, Mark. I totally blanked on The Boys and Umbrella Academy myself. I would still
So my
keep
number
the list
3.
I have, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still keeping it. I'm not changing it. My
I
number
know.
3 is The Last
I'm just saying
Dance.
I'm with you.
One of the best documentaries,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
miniseries in a sense, I've ever seen. I would say in my like top notch how it was delivered and how like just the people they got to interview is nuts. Like you get 2 presidents and
Right.
I mean it means more
Dude,
in
that's-
2020 with Kobe being in it. So you know
Oh,
Dude, that show is insane because the after show they would do on ESPN was incredible. Jalen Rose and I forget the other guy, but they would interview the director, and you're basically getting more information than this show is giving you. Absolutely remarkable job. I still wouldn't put it on my list, but I totally blanked on that too. It was so long ago, it feels like.
It's on
Isaac, what
Netflix.
about you?
You can watch it all in a day.
I'm rewatching it again.
Could I find it on Google, Robbie?
Or Bing.
Could I find that
You
on
Or
Google?
absolutely could.
Is Ask Jeeves?
Hey, you
about
can find it on
Bing?
Bing, but it's gonna take you a little while to get there.
Is Ask
It's
Jeeves
gonna
still a
take you
thing?
like probably 3.4 seconds longer.
Hey,
than
if you
Google
want a
will.
sweet picture of The Last Dance, then you go to Bing.
Okay, good point.
Wait,
All right.
wait,
Isaac, what about you?
Wait,
Number-
what does that mean?
Bing,
Okay,
Bing,
let's
I
go.
don't
That's
like-
all
my time
right.
working
Let's
at
check,
Microsoft,
let's
Bing,
check
they
this out.
focus on having better pictures pop up, better quality pictures when you search something.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
This is impossible. I'm starting over. Isaac, number 3.
Okay, my number 3 is The Boys. Another 6 out of 6 season. Man, this show is just wild. And like the crazy thing is we knew it was going to be wild from the start, and it still threw everything at us. Like I went into it like trying to keep my expectations open just because we had no idea what was going to happen. Still blew my mind. So my number 3 is The Boys for sure.
Jarrett, number 3.
My number 3 is Umbrella Academy. We've already talked about it. It was a great follow-up to the first season, did a lot of new things that went directions that I was not expecting it to, gave us stories from characters that we didn't see as much of in the first season. Fantastic, 6 out of 6.
I still don't know if I think it's better than the first one. I think the first season's still better.
I
Just
agree.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Zane, number 3. For
My
you.
number 3 is also season 2 of Umbrella Academy.
You don't have to ask me. Mine's the same.
Okay, good to know. Number three for me is Devs. This is an FX show that stars Nick Offerman. I absolutely adored this show. I thought they did a remarkable job in this. This is Jarrett. Have you seen Devs yet? Jarrett, this has to be on your list to watch soon.
You said this is an Apple show?
This is a Hulu show.
Oh, it's a Hulu show.
This show is wild. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into watching this.
Is it about
and this
how
show essentially
robots take over
Go
the
ahead.
world? Is that why you're recommending it to Jared? Or
It does, yes.
Oh.
No, it actually talks about theoretical. I can't even say it. It is an ethical show mixed with a technology show, but it does things that are so out there that require a couple different viewings, and it's a show you
hang on.
can't
You'll
sit on
watch
your
this
phone and watch.
a few
Okay,
times, but you
Scott
watch
Haga.
episodes
Jeez.
3 through 9 of the Righteous Gemstones. You know what? I'm coming. over.
Yeah, righteous rebs. Yeah,
Oh,
I love. They're not even the same like stratosphere of style of shows. But get out of here,
Max.
But I strongly
Scott
recommend
says-
Devs. If
Scott says,
Scott's
I
a
thought you
pack
meant you were
mouse.
going to start over with 5 more friends for Infinity Bros 2.0. Thought you were going to get a whole new crew. with you.
Scott was all excited. He thought I might actually call him and finally want to be on a podcast with him. He was like, "Oh, this is the time."
He was like, I
Max, I have some
finally
flipping
was
Scott
gonna be
yelling
able
at
to
each
be an
other.
Infinity Bro.
Max, the Christian Nerd podcast. The co-host is out. He can't make it. You want to come on? No, I love Devs. This is a show that I feel like flew under the radar with all. I mean, all the shows you guys are talking about are great, but I just got to lift this one up. I think Nick Offerman is masterful in this, and I thoroughly recommend. I do not recommend you sit on your phone watching this. You have to dedicate that full hour and change to this show. It's an FX style show. Hulu just does a remarkable job with this. I strongly recommend Devs on Hulu. Let's go to number 2, Mark.
My number 2. I put this number 2 because I recorded it a lot in my DVR, and I'm in love with everything that it has to offer. So my number 2, which is not on anybody's list, I guarantee it. AEW Dynamite. Wednesday nights, 7 Central Time, 8.
Definitely not on my
Mine.
list.
Great stuff. Better than WWE.
That's so weird. It is on mine.
In no way.
It's actually
Am I
your
meant
number
to
1.
be?
It's number 1. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Thank God that's over. Isaac, go ahead.
Okay, my number 2 is Clone Wars. The final season of the Clone Wars was by far the best season of the Clone Wars, and it elevated, like, Like before this season came out, I would have said the Clone Wars is probably like it's a solid like 5 out of 6. The show is a 6 out of 6 because of this season. This season is an amazing season, amazing way to cap off a really cool show, and I like the last 4 episodes. Honestly, are some of the best animated television I've ever seen. It is amazing. So Clone Wars is my number 2.
All right.
Jarrett.
My number 2 is also Queen's Gambit. Took me by surprise. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, but me and Christian actually binge watched this in 2 nights, and we were very tired for work the next morning. But fantastic TV series. I recommend checking it out, even if you're not necessarily a fan of chess. I think does a lot of cool things with like character development and the stories that they choose to tell. Especially for being it's a very feminist centered story, and a really cool kind of conversation about what it looks like to be a woman in a man's field.
Perfect transition to Zane. Zane, number 2.
My number
That
2
was
is
funny.
season 2 of The Boys. Like it was very much, everyone watched it. It ramped things up from season 1. You're just like, yeah, season 3 already. So number 2 is, it's season 2 of The Boys.
There's an argument to be made that Homelander is becoming an iconic character in pop culture.
Yeah,
I would think so.
yeah.
There's a very strong argument to be made about that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying all of superhero culture actually with that. I don't know the actor's name that does that, but he does a
Starr.
killer
Yeah.
job. Anthony Starr, he's great. He's absolutely great in that role. Robbie, number 2.
I feel like Zane is stealing my list, but my number 2 is also The Boys. I think we've said enough about it. It's fantastic.
Season 1.
It's super cute that you guys have the same list. I think it's cute that you're copying Zane, even though you didn't prepare for the show. I said Dave for number 2 already, so we're gonna go to our StanLee number 1
I think we
recipient.
all know.
Can we all say it? Can we say it all together?
Is this
Can we all say it at the
collective?
same
Say it
time?
all
Here we go.
together?
1,
3,
2,
2,
Wait, wait.
one.
Wait,
stop.
Mandalorian.
Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Futurama season 3.
That is amazing that it's all our number 1. So,
You. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
Mandalorian.
Shut your mouth.
Mandalorian by a
Shut
mile.
your mouth.
What's been interesting too, and
Robbie's
there's
like,
been a couple
"Community."
there's been a couple podcasts I've listened to, guys, that have actually been more critical of the decision to go with, spoiler alert for Mandalorian, you have your choice now. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, boom. To go with Luke Skywalker in the season finale. There have been a lot of people critical about that way more than I anticipated would be. I don't know how you criticize this season though. Top to bottom, it's even the filler episodes that Isaac and Jarrett hated are really, really good in my opinion. I mean, I thought they did an absolute killer job. Mark, what about you?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't compare those filler episodes as filler. The only filler that really exists is Captain Marvel. Cheap plug.
That's the only filler thing ever in the existence of the universe is Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
Unless
you
I
offended
watch-
Isaac and I in one swoop. Well done.
I know. Top to bottom, I just love season 2. And, we had that podcast where I was like, it's going to be Luke, but I would love to be someone else. So it was a big payoff. And honestly, like when I rewatched it recently, and really the episode that really hits me the most is when they have the Bill Burr episode. Like,
Oh my
that one
gosh,
actually
that was-
that one just seems perfect from beginning to
So
end,
good.
in a sense.
Jarrett, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like to capitalize on that, they did things with a lot of the characters that I was not expecting. Like they made Boba Fett crazy good in this. Like we knew he was a tough bounty hunter, right? But they made him feel that way. Having Tamora Morrison just like absolutely destroy that role was great. Bill Burr in the first episode that he was in season 1 was like, okay, he's a funny character. It was nice having him in there. But like Mark said, the things that they did with him in season 2, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for that episode at all, and like made you feel things. Yeah, top to bottom, great. Again, there was the one filler episode, but even looking at that now, I'm like, man, I don't care. Give me 1,000 of those if you keep delivering like this.
Zane, are you encouraged by the future that Filoni has for the show?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I had that encouragement even just from watching the Clone Wars. So it was exciting to see coming into Mandalorian. I knew it was in good hands. And then you pair that up with Favreau, and you're just like, this is an all-star combination. Let's see what we can pump out. And so far, it's been wonderful.
Robbie, what do you think about the name Grogu?
Yeah, Grogu.
Grogu.
Yeah, are you a Grogu guy, being a
Grogu.
big DBZ guy?
Do you
Yeah.
think
Roku.
I don't.
Confirmed
You
to go
know,
Super Saiyan?
I'm honestly I'm concerned that they're that name is never gonna catch on, right? Like it's always gonna be Baby Yoda.
Oh no, I disagree. I think
We'll see
Grogu
both.
is
He's phenomenal.
very
Yeah,
much
well,
established.
I don't
think
think
so?
it honestly matters that much.
I really do.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll see.
I think this season was
The
so
child is
impactful
definitely not
that
going
it's
to
going to matter.
What?
Yeah. Isaac, you named your dog after Ahsoka, so that character is really important to you.
Mhm.
Did you think? I mean, we talked on that episode about how you felt about the episode, but now that you've had more time to sit back and digest it and see the other things that came by, are you thrilled with Ahsoka being made into a series after this?
Absolutely.
Are they doing it right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was absolutely thrilled with it. Like Rosario Dawson killed it. She was amazing, and I kind of thought, like, I think we even discussed it on that episode that there was potential to be an Ahsoka show, but I was kind of expecting her to show up a little bit more in the last half of the Mandalorian, but
That's true.
with the news that we get that Ahsoka show, I'm fine with it. Like, give me her own show. She's gonna nail it. And the fact that she is gonna be hunting Thrawn in
Yeah.
her own show, like, fantastic. Like, what I loved about the Mandalorian was they put so many Star Wars Easter eggs in the show without making it like a throwaway, like, we're just gonna, this is complete fan service, and it was complete fan service, but they tied it into the story instead of just being like, all right, here's all your Star Wars stuff right here. Man, they did such an amazing job with everything, and wrapping it up with that 10 out of 10, 6 out of 6 Infinity Snap season finale was amazing. Like that.
Can I get a? Oh, go ahead.
Infinity
Can I
Snap?
get a? Yeah, Infinity Snaps for sure. It's one of the few things that, like, actually, because on our show, if you listen to it, we actually disagree on some major things, and I feel like this feels like one of the few Infinity Snaps that all six of us like. Yeah, that makes this is insane. This is good. Can I get a little bits whisper real quick? Somebody give me a little bits. Okay, thanks. Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. is who they want to go get for Thrawn. Do we like or dislike that?
I love that.
Interesting.
yeah.
Absolutely love that.
I think he
You'd have
could
the
nail
energy.
that,
Tony Stark.
honestly. Honestly,
Mark?
I don't think it matters who they get for Thrawn. I know
Robbie?
we talked about that in that episode.
Like
but-
I said, I'm
it
a
does.
Lars
It
Mikkelsen
totally
guy.
matters.
No.
I want Lars Mikkelsen.
Yeah, you're a
He's
Lars
Clone
Mikkelsen. Yeah, you
Wars
want the
guy.
original guy. You want the
I
OG.
think- But that my whole argument against that though is like if they go older, go Lars. But if you go younger, do like if you like a look wise, go Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Someone that looks like younger than because Robert Downey Jr. is just as old as Lars Mikkelsen. So
Right.
For sure. No, I get that. That's fair. Robbie, are you pro RDJ being Thrawn?
Why not?
yeah, I don't think any of us are opposed to it.
Yeah,
I don't-
think it
I-
sounds great.
what do you-
dude.
What is
Well, no,
Absolutely
you're
not.
clearly
What we
opposed to
like.
it, but it's like, but I will say
I
this.
would
I
love
think some
either
people
way. I would
don't know
if they're
you
gonna
can
make
play
a
it.
live action version of it. I'm gonna love it either way. I'm like I'm a
But that's a
I
character
don't
that
crap on
has to
anything
be.
Star Wars.
Hey,
That's fair.
I'm sorry. Did you not see Dr. Doolittle? Tony Stark can do whatever he wants.
Well, Robert Downey Jr. can do whatever
Worst
he wants.
movie of 2020. Mark. Okay, so I was at Christmas. That
No,
movie was on
1984
TV.
was this year.
That movie was on TV. I watched 10 minutes of it and I was like, I can't watch anymore. Like, this movie is awful. Doolittle was terrible.
I
was
watched
a
it with
terrible
my
movie.
beautiful wife Kelly.
No, dude, I watched the
and-
worst movie
and
on
she-
the worst
she
movie
was
ever.
Like, do we have to finish this? And she never says that about movies we watch.
Shout out to
So,
Kelly.
That says a lot.
Rough.
Shout
Dude,
out
the
to
worst
Kelly.
movie I saw was on Hulu. It was Turkey Bowl. If you've ever seen that movie, it's
never
the
even
worst
heard of
ዚህ
that.
I've ever seen.
Sounds-
It was
That's
exactly.
the whole
It's so
subtitle
bad.
for me.
Turkey.
You made that up.
Do we have another giveaway, Mark?
Oh yeah. Hopefully this one doesn't.
Why don't you do another giveaway? I'm gonna quick chart. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger, but Mark, you,
All
you
right.
take it from here, Mark.
This one was a group selected type of question. So hopefully, what's up, Max?
I'm just putting the phone on.
Remember, you
Get 'em,
gotta
Mark.
plug
Get
it in,
'em.
not put it on the
This is
charger.
fun.
Yeah, right. Good point.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Okay.
I like this.
All right. So the question for number 3 for the Vision, the WandaVision,
It is bad.
Vision Funko Pop is which superhero character appeared first in an animated show before appearing in a comic book?
Who did it, folks?
Who was it?
Who done it? While
Robbie
we're
Sauter.
waiting, a big shout out to my daughter Lily. She turns 1 today.
Hey,
Happy birthday, Lily!
Wow.
Woo.
Lily, you made it.
What'd you get her?
1 whole year.
What'd you
she
get her?
got, a bunch of clothes and some little toys. It's hard to shop for a 1-year-old. Don't really
Was-
have preferences.
Not a PS5?
Food is,
No PS5, huh?
No, I
Enter
couldn't
it
beat the
in
bots.
the chat. Cross is
That's
going nuts right
rough.
now. He's
All
like,
right. Okay.
got
Just to
this.
clear up, Cross.
Because he already won.
I'm
You
gonna
can't
say
have double
DC,
winners.
specifically DC. You're good.
Like, Cross, you get one guess. Like,
And you already won.
Yeah.
Like we'd have to get the other
Technically,
one.
Yeah, Cross, you
Cross.
won, dude.
technically,
Sorry.
Cross is disqualified from this since he won the other one. So
Right.
So someone's
More
got to beat
people need
Scott
love.
Egos so I can give him something else when he wins a Funko.
this is wait, this isn't for the Vision one, is it? Is it?
Oh, it is. It's for the
Oh,
Vision.
this
Yeah,
is
this
for
is
the
the
Vision
bi-
one.
This is the big one. This is for all the marbles.
This is for all the marbles. Tell you what, why don't we do our top 5 to give people some time,
Yep.
and then top 5 video games, and then we will draw it at the end. How's that sound?
Yep. And just in case someone didn't hear it, which superhero character appeared first? Which DC superhero character appeared first in an animated show before appearing in a comic book?
Type it
Remember.
in the chat.
I like asking questions that involve the sentence and really listening. I said animated show. Animated.
He did you do that?
Okay. All right.
That's the thing that
Top 5 video games. That's our last one. Mandalorian was an Infinity Snap for the top 2020 StanLee Award for
What was number 2?
shows. Number 2 was The
Boys?
Boys. Yep. Number 2
Yeah, that
was The
makes sense.
Boys with 13
It wasn't
votes.
AEW Dynamite.
It was not,
Surprisingly
unfortunately.
not.
Number 3 was Umbrella
podcast.
Academy. So yeah, some stellar shows this year for real. Like,
Yeah, they
I-
knocked it out of the park.
yeah, all of the shows on my list were like 6 out of 6s in my book. So, all right, video games. That's our last list. Top Max, you're muted.
People,
Max,
I
you're
wasn't
muted
doing.
again.
Oh,
You're muted the whole time.
Max.
no, I'm
Max,
not.
No, you're not now.
Oh, there you are.
You're good. You're good now.
I'm
but-
not?
but
I'm
you
here.
were
Oh no,
muted.
Max, you were
Oh, sorry.
muted because I could hear you in that room, but not in the headphones.
Well, don't point at me. Don't point
over
out
there.
like that and then snapping.
It's too bad I can't see you. That
Your
would be
finger
big and
popping
better.
each other. I don't like that. I don't like that garbage.
You guys won't kiss.
Garbage out of here.
You guys are really
I
cute.
did not.
Say I won't.
I did not.
You guys won't kiss live on the
I
street.
believe- Mark, if there's anybody that I know would, it's you. Okay, here we go.
Bet.
Number 5 for the video. Actually, honorable mentions of video games. Mark, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Oh, honorable mentions. I have none.
Fantastic. Isaac. Number 5.
Honorable mentions. I have Cyberpunk 2077, Marvel's Avengers. Yeah, I think that's it. Just those 2.
Wow, Cyberpunk only an honorable mention.
Yeah,
Who's Taserface Groupie?
Probably Chad.
Who's that?
that's Chad.
Is
that Chad?
Taser?
Chad.
That's a throwback, man. Taserface is around.
Taserface.
Is that
Chad's
is that
always
Chad?
here, man.
He's
Taserface.
our biggest hater.
Taser. Yeah, well, he's garbage. That's you can hear. You can just go ahead and put the trash can emoji for that person, whether it's Chad or not. That's a garbage take.
That's
Go ahead, Jared. Honorable mention.
Oh my God.
Hey,
It's not a garbage take. It's a great take.
it's a great
Shut
take.
up, Mark.
My honorable mentions are Sea of Thieves and the Origami King.
Zane, I know you've got a laundry list, so just go ahead and do what you got to do. Do I need to take a bathroom break? Do I have time for a
no,
bathroom break?
I'm just running it down to 3. My honorable mentions are
Oh, thank
Cyberpunk 2077, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope.
Fall Guys Wales. Robbie.
None of these are from 2020. But Nintendo Labo, we got a Switch, so Nintendo Labo is dope. And Breath of the Wild. Just finally getting around to playing those, so really enjoying them.
Nice. All right, ready?
Okay,
Anybody
number
else wanna do
5.
the top
So
five?
yeah, number
Or
5.
honorable mention.
Number 5. Go
right.
ahead, Mark. You're up.
Before I go, because I think some new people came in just going off of Nightbot, we have the last Funko giveaway for the WandaVision Halloween dress up as Vision Funko Pop. What superhero first appeared in an animated series DC show before appearing in a comic book? So answer it and we'll give away after we're done.
Yep. Throw
All right,
your
my
answer
number
in
5.
chat. You can win a Vision Funko Pop.
I hope
This
Chad
is sweet.
wins.
This is
Make
like,
Max mad.
please.
Number 5. Marvel's Avengers. That's my number 5.
All right.
That's all I gotta say about it.
Hey,
It was
word
alright.
tag. Thank
It was
I
a
play a lot
rough
of
year.
video
It was a
games
rough
2020.
year for video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're just like not current gamers, we play a lot of games that are not like from the current
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
But if you were that kind
Zane
of person,
does,
there wasn't
though.
that many. It was a decent year for video games.
I mean, my entire list is from 2020, so
Well,
Yeah, we
you don't
get
have
it,
as
Zane.
much
You game.
expendable
Yeah, we get
money
it.
as Zane.
Hey, Zane, don't judge us. I'm with you. I'm all for you doing 2020 games. You gave a 1990 movie in the top 5 movies.
Yeah, don't.
it
We're
led in the
all on
box
your
office
side.
in 2020.
We're all on your side, but stick to your
Zane,
lane.
don't open that Pandora's box, then come guns hot at the rest of us like that. Okay. All right, number
Chad.
You uncultured
It is it-
swine.
Gosh, I bet Chad is just like, he just got done taking a cold shower and telling himself that he's worth something.
God.
Came home,
Wow.
gave Smarty a kiss on the cheek, and logged
He
into
said
Twitch.
He looked at Smarty, locked pinkies with him, and said,
Hey,
"Someday
I'm home."
Someday you'll be mine." And then Zane glared at him down the hallway. Zane like rolled his chair out and glared at him. Those are Zane's roommates. You can piece together that inside joke a little more. I know that's not healthy to do on a podcast, but
Oh,
here we are.
Scott.
Scott and Cross are going at it in there. They're
Hey,
saying that your
it's
head is
healthy
really
once-
big, Max.
Max's head big?
Yeah.
No way.
They're saying Scott says he'd need to start watching on his TV in order to fit Max's head on his screen.
Yeah, Scott. Holy cow!
Goat has been gotten.
I mean, if it's everyone
Holy
everyone
cow!
else,
Max,
I
do you
would
want us to go
say
get your
it's
goat
not
back?
fun to make fun of someone.
He's not listening.
Hey,
Max
Scott.
gave up
Got the
listening.
Max.
He's just gonna leave.
What are you doing? What are you doing with Max's goat later? Now that you've got his goat, what are you
make
gonna
sure
do?
you make sure you feed it. You gotta feed that goat.
You gonna start renting out property in Max's head, Scott?
Oh,
He
my
took
gosh,
his
that
headphones
was-
off. He's not
Hey,
even listening now. He gave up.
What's Zane's number 5 video game?
Hey Zane, what's your number 5?
way to keep us on track.
Ghosts
Mark.
of Hiroshima.
Yo, my number 5 game is Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, there we go.
Stop copying my list. And
The game
going
sucks. It
before
broke my
me.
PlayStation.
Is that your number
Oh
5?
yeah, that is true. Did break Jared's
Game
PlayStation.
sucks.
Yes, I have the same number 5, Call of Duty Warzone. We all played that for a hot minute. It was really enjoyable.
It was fun.
I really want to get back into that. Hopefully, this group.
Yeah,
was a blast.
Play
I
it
think
again.
if
That
I
game
get
was
a PS,
sweet.
if I get a PS5, I think I'll get back into it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Same.
Bet. That's what the kids are saying.
Is Max gonna rejoin us anytime?
No, he's gonna pout until we get to the hot.
He's
Okay,
gonna
he's
cry.
gonna pout.
All
Okay.
right, Isaac, what's
I'm
your
here.
top
I'm
5?
right here. I'm right here.
What's
What
your
do you
number
want
5?
me to
My
Oh,
do?
number
there you
5. My
Wait,
number
wait,
5
wait,
is
just-
Fall Guys.
You want to take the verbal beat down? What do you want to
Do
do?
you want your goat back or? Do you, oh, okay.
Hey, Max, we're not gonna fight for you against Scott. You got to do that yourself. So either you could pout
Max,
and be a
Max
little
number
bored,
5.
or you fly to California. You confront Scott.
Number 5.
you
I
beat him
said
up.
I didn't make a list.
You don't have a list at all. Like you didn't play any of
No,
it.
Robbie, I told you that a while
You
ago.
bought a PS5 and you don't have a list for 2020.
He was
I
like,
have
you know
2
what?
games for the
I didn't even
PS5.
like. I didn't even like
Max,
Miles
Max,
Morales.
hang on.
The
Or video
the
game.
last time I put together a list, I got mocked and
Then
ridiculed.
why are you spending so much
So
money on video game consoles?
He had a cat
I
in a
just,
backpack
I'm
and I hated it.
confused. I just
Do you
don't.
want me to?
I
He
just
put
don't
a
get it.
cat in his
I'll say the
backpack and I
list.
hated the whole
Stop
thing.
picking on Max because we figured out if you make fun of Max, he will just be
Can
mad.
I say the list?
entered the chat.
Can I say? Can I
Fucking
say
boys.
the? Can I say the games? I
Yeah.
guess it doesn't matter either way. So
Please do.
It's top 5 video games of 2020, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, fine. All right, number 5 is
Go on
Fall
the
Guys.
list.
There we go. Fall Guys.
There you
Number
go.
five.
That's a good list.
All right.
That's good.
Look, I'm off to a good start. I feel good about
My number
that.
5 is Rogue Company. Zane introduced me to this game. Been playing with him and SmartNick.
Well
It
done.
rocks.
Super fun.
It's very good.
Cool.
That's beautiful.
Number 4's Mark.
Max, are you going to continue your host duties, or are you still crippled
He's
by the
done.
words of Max?
We can't hear him. We can't hear you,
muted
Max.
You're muted again.
I'm sorry.
Scott
I
broke
guess
his
when I go to a different
thing.
when I go to look at the Twitch conversation, I mute myself. I'm sorry. Mark, go ahead. Number 4. Let's hear what you have to say.
My number 4 is Dead by Daylight. I was introduced to this
Oh.
game by my great friends.
We need to play more then because I didn't know you loved it so much. I really
I bought more content for it when we first started playing it.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, I love it.
Wow.
Isaac, you are up now. Number 4.
My number 4 is Dark Pictures Anthology Little Hope. Zane and I got to play that on stream, and it was a blast. And I think it's got more replayability than some of the other games that I had. Like Fall Guys was really fun for about a month, and then we all
Yeah.
just stopped.
Kind of fell off real
Yeah.
quick.
But
Can I say, you two streaming those together is like by far some of my favorite streaming. Like not just for the Infinity Bros.
it's fun.
You guys are so entertaining to
because I think
I will
well,
say
don't know, I
Zane does
like
a
the
good
horror
job
stuff,
when he shows up. When Zane's there, he does a good job. Zane's a good streamer.
Appreciate it.
Just calling them out.
Scott, you have so thoroughly
I'm not calling him out. I'm
Dismantled.
affirming Zane. I just affirmed him.
Okay.
Scott, you have so thoroughly dismantled Max's psyche right now.
All right. So Little Hope was my
Headphones
number
up.
4.
I didn't even have headphones on. I just have these earphones.
Oh,
It was a joke.
you were pretending to have headphones on.
I pretended to take the
That's-
headphones off.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Convenient.
This is a dense group.
That's
Number
that's
4, Zane.
No, I would say dense group. Some people just look past your pettiness.
You're in my living room right
Right,
now.
Zane.
Shut up. Stop sitting in my living room drinking my beverages and mocking me. Zane, number 4.
I was going to drink water, but screw
There
you,
better
Max.
be some left when I get in there. I'll tell you that right now.
Can I go?
Hey,
Yes.
Okay.
hey Zane, what's your number 4?
Mark. No, Mark. No.
My number 4 is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's right. That came out in 2020.
Yeah.
Was
Nice.
that good? We
Nice.
played the whole thing.
Hey,
Was,
if
like,
you
was
go
it
on
worth the buy?
google.com and search video games 2020, it'll give you a list.
Zane, real question though.
Boom.
Is that game worth buying? Still?
Roasted.
Would you still like? I initially wanted to buy it, then I didn't.
I have
and then
Zane's
heard about
copy,
feedback
so.
from you.
Yeah, I would recommend it, especially if it's if you have any
It's probably
type of
on
inspiration
sale.
from Dragon Ball Z. It has been on sale a bit, but yeah, just that doesn't necessarily go in depth a ton of what you get from watching it, but just from a nostalgia aspect, being able to play out the entire series
And
of
it's
Dragon
like
Ball Z is
open
a lot
world
of
in a
fun.
sense, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I might have to get that
It's a
game.
lot of fun. The fighting's super fun, and just the way stuff's animated, and as you're just playing as Goku and just be able to rip
Right.
off with Kamehameha, like it's a lot of fun.
If I had any time this year to play video games, I would have made my list because Zane let me borrow his copy. But we didn't do honorable mentions. So there you go.
I don't know if Cameron's in chat, but if he is, he owns GameStop, so he can hook you up with a free copy.
Owns.
Nice.
Owns
Yeah,
GameStop.
well,
He owns
we have
GameStop.
we have
When
Doggy
did-
Coin if we're comparing.
Well,
how
maybe
much
I heard that
money-
somewhere.
because he's
No, we have
It's
that's his job.
Dogecoin. First off, it's
managing
Dogecoin. You
Dogecoin?
say it right.
Dogecoin.
It's not Doggy Coin. It's Dogecoin.
Doggy
Dogecoin.
Coin. Doggy Coin.
He called it Doggy Coin.
Doggy Coin.
But
I love that you called that, Robbie.
is
That's
he
awesome.
best friends with Jeff Bezos? That's the real question.
He's not even the richest man in the world.
It's true.
Elon Musk took that over. I saw that on the news. on the tweeter.
Okay.
Peter told me this.
No. So Robbie, you did number 4, right? It was my turn now.
No, I didn't do number 4.
Okay, you go for it. Then I'll go.
Are you gonna copy
Fall
me?
Guys. No, I thought about it. I haven't played enough Kakarot to put it at number 4.
That's fair. That's
so
fair.
yeah. So number 4 is Fall Guys. I haven't played probably even close as much as you guys have, but Grayson, my son, likes playing it, so it's a really easy game to throw on and play with my son. So there you go.
I like that.
Hey, Max, you muted again.
I like that.
Max.
Max is so worried
Max!
about
Fall Guys
getting
is
roasted in the
Fall
chat.
Guys is delightful. No, I wasn't even looking at that. I was.
Hey,
Don't
Max.
cry.
Fall
Do not
Guys.
cry on the street.
Fall Guys was delightful. I was saying Dragon Ball Z is fantastic. It's a fantastic franchise. That's what I said.
Iconic, some might say.
It is
Not
iconic.
as iconic as
It's
Ren
pretty
and Stimpy.
iconic.
I wouldn't say that.
More
Number
iconic,
4
well,
is
everyone
Paper
would.
Mario: The Origami King. This has been a great.
Oh.
That's really good.
Nintendo
That's really
Switch
good.
game
I heard it was good.
that I actually haven't gotten to play a ton, but I've gotten to watch a ton.
Why didn't you want to
because
make
Sarah's
a
been
list?
crushing that game.
I don't
What?
understand.
You have a
Why
good list.
didn't you want to say a list?
Well, because I got made fun of last time because I put Kingdom Hearts 3 on it, and people make fun of me all the time about
Well, you
Kingdom
put
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
That
His
was-
feelings,
that-
his
that
feelings
was-
get hurt so easily.
People attack me about Kingdom Hearts all the time.
You're
It's
getting
just-
attacked
it's a
anyway.
sore subject.
You
That's
got
fair.
attacked
That's
more because you were saying you
that's
weren't going to make a
actually
list.
a very fair
Good
point
point,
that I
good
did
point.
not calculate, and I'm realizing out loud now. So yes, yes, Paper Mario: The Origami King, delightful game. The Nintendo Switch is just a lot of great. Like you talked about Labo, Robbie.
Oh, it's
I don't
great.
own it, but that stuff is
That's
so
great.
cool. Like if my kid was like 2 years older, we totally would own that.
Yeah, if you can
What
get
a
it for
box
cheap,
really,
concept.
really cool.
if you can get it for cheap, awesome. It's great. It's fun to put together,
Yeah.
then it's fun to play. It's
I'm excited about that.
6 out
Number
of 6.
three, Mark.
My number 3 is Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone.
I
wait.
respect that.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a period of time when that first dropped that we just
We
it's all
played a
we played.
lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's all we played. Yeah.
it's good stuff.
It also makes me think, what's that other game that was like the better version of Fortnite? For
Apex?
A bit? When, did that
Apex.
come out this year too? Is
No,
that how
that was
that-
last year.
Okay, thank God. I was thinking like, man, 2020 was too long, bros.
It was so long.
It was crazy looking up some of this stuff. I was like, "There's no way that came out in 2020. That
Right,
was
yeah,
way
yeah.
too long ago."
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Warzone was my number 3.
Isaac, number 3.
My number 3 video game was Among Us, and that's not so much because I played a ton of it. What
Oh my
we did
gosh,
play was
yeah.
really fun, but that's another one of those things that it was just like a cultural phenomenon. Like every single
Oh, it
kid
still is.
in my youth group has said
Yeah.
sus to me at least once, and they don't even like even the ones that don't play the game. It was like when Fortnite came out, like back in 2017, 18. Every single kid was playing Fortnite, and now Among Us. That was this summer. Like every single kid in my youth group was playing Among Us, and it was a blast when we played it together. Like honestly, I'd still be down to like do more Among Us streams. But
Dude,
uh,
we
What a
played on
brilliant concept.
We played
What
on
a
the
brilliant
on the
concept for a
bus
game.
for football. It was great.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
wild
it's
about
absolutely great.
What's wild about Among Us though is it actually came out like 3-4 years ago.
right, yeah.
and-
So this isn't
like,
technically
what-
the launch year, but
well, right, but like I don't know like what set it
Might as
off
well
that
be.
it just became huge this year.
that is crazy. I wonder
Like,
what made it big.
just at a random.
Do you think
Yeah.
it had anything to do with like because it looked like Fall Guys almost? Do you think it had anything
Yeah.
to do with it? Because
There
when you
might
look at
be something to
pictures, they,
that,
like,
but-
it looked similar, and people were just
It
downloading
was like
just
right
to look
after
like
Fall
it.
Guys. Like Fall Guys died because Among Us was
Because
so
Among
big.
Us, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the reason Fall Guys lasted a month for us, and then we were done with it.
Yeah, I can throw
Throwaway
that.
culture we
Fall
are.
Guys has to be pissed.
For real. Till they get Among Us skins and Fall Guys, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jarrett, number 3.
Okay, so my number 4 is Among Us.
Number-
My number
Number 4,
3
I'm
is
sorry.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Wait, are we on 3 or 4? I'm
Uh,
sorry. Was that
we're
right?
on
We're on,
We're on
we're on
3.
3, but you skipped me because you hate me, Max.
Oh,
yeah, well,
you
that
held
was
a
a-
grudge until now to bring up now. Okay, got it.
Wait, what was your
Oh,
three?
Jared.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh,
Jared,
number
okay.
3
Well, Jared-
is Luigi's Mansion 3. We actually got this for my son's birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I think I've been playing it more than he has. We actually
Your
beat it together.
son's birthday.
My son's birthday. This
You
game
mean
is
James
phenomenal,
got it
guys.
For your birthday? For you?
James got it for me on his birthday.
James downloaded it onto your firmware.
It's fantastic. It's so good.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Here you go.
I just imagine him inserting a floppy disk for some reason. Why is that my It would be a floppy disk.
Where does he insert it?
Into the
We're moving on. No, we're moving. Zane number 3.
Into one of
Zane,
his
we're gonna go to you. Number 3. Zane, save us.
My number 3 is actually a free game you can get on your PS5 when you guys finally get it. It is Astro's Playroom.
Wow, will you not shame us?
Oh my gosh. This game is not
You get your PS5.
And a PS5.
With a PS5,
And you have a PS5 and an air fryer. I'm over here with just an air fryer. Screw you both.
You guys have air fryers?
Wait a minute.
Zane,
My
that game,
PS4
that
tries
is
to take off when I turn it on.
Same.
Zane, you tried to hype this game up to me, and I like tried to play this game. This game is, it's like okay at best. I have a very like. Tell me why you're so obsessed with this game.
Everyone else
You
loves it.
suck at video games.
It's really good. I don't
That's
have the
fair. I do
PlayStation
suck at
5
video
version,
games.
but
I have not heard one
VR
person
one.
say they don't like that.
Yeah, Max
don't
is
like
literally the first person I've heard say not like it.
Oh, boom!
It's not
roasted.
Kingdom
There you go.
Hearts.
It's a good thing he bought a PS5.
Well,
version.
there's not
Yeah,
Keyblades
exactly.
and Disney characters. That's why it's not good. I'll tell you that right
that
now.
makes sense.
Time
Good
out
point.
here.
what?
Mark, why don't you say again what the Vision
Oh, I
giveaway
want the
was?
PS5
'Cause I think we've got a
The
couple new
Vision-
people in chat.
The Vision
Juggle or
giveaway
not has a good point.
The
Okay, so
question is which DC superhero first appeared in an animated show
Mhm.
before a comic book?
And if you put your answer in chat, you will be entered to win a Vision from WandaVision Funko Pop at the end of our top 5 video game segment here. So,
Yeah.
all right, continue. Did anybody else not give their top or their number 3?
I have not.
Oh, we're on to Zane. Oh no,
Zane
we're on to
or-
Robbie now.
On to
Number
me.
3.
Okay. So this is Jared has been kind of, peeling away at us to get to play more of these games. So like I said at the beginning of the show, I just got this new computer, so I downloaded No Man's Sky, and I'm really digging it. So Jared, I hope we play some No Man's Sky because I could really get into that game if we started doing more of that. So that's my
Zane's
number
been playing that a little bit too, huh?
two.
Yeah, I can fire my copy up.
I'm all
good.
in. If we want to actually start playing that together, I'm all in on that.
It's
That
so-
game,
it's
that
so
game is
good.
fun.
Is it cross platform?
No, but they're getting it this year.
Oh, okay.
I think in a few months.
Let's tunnel through the entire core of a planet.
I want to do that. I want to do that.
Wait,
Yeah?
what game is this? No Man's Sky?
No Man's
No Man's Sky.
I will write this down.
Talk about like horrible flops at launch that redeem themselves.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
That's the
Yes.
game that did it.
Well, I was so scared to even try it, but I got it free through Game Pass for the Xbox, and I can download that onto my computer.
Fantastic.
So I was like, well, let's try it. And I'm sorry that I slept on this for so long. I really enjoy it.
It's really good.
Sweet.
It looks cool. I'm looking at pictures. It looks really cool. Looks actually kind of nice.
Looking
Good
at
call.
pictures on
Uh,
Google or
Kinda
Bing.
nice.
You better do big for those pictures, Max. You want those high quality pictures.
Number 3 for me was the Final Fantasy VII remake. This was great. Jarrett, you and I have talked
Good
about this a
pick,
lot.
Max. Good job.
We've
It's a
talked
good
about this on a
list,
lot of
Max.
other. We talked about
You're
this
doing
on a lot
great.
of other episodes, so I don't need to do anymore.
Great.
Mark, number 2 video game. Of the year.
Anyone find it kind of sus that Max complains that he doesn't have a top 5, but all of a sudden has a top 5?
A great top 5
it's
too.
a good top 5.
Good point.
Yeah, I don't want to be made
Good
fun of, but
point.
my number 5 is this. Oh,
I didn't make a list.
Make this all about me.
Me.
oh yeah, you're
There
gonna
it goes.
What are you gonna do?
Get him, Mark. Get him. Get him.
Oh, and you want to give me your goat?
Mark, don't make me get my papa,
Okay. Oh,
the admiral.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy, Daddy, this
grabbed
man
the
is
bottle.
bullying me. Sue him, Daddy.
Fight.
Where he went in the room, but oh, there he is.
Oh, okay.
You won't kiss live on stream.
Bet.
That's Luce's job. All right,
All right.
my number
twos?
2, and I'll be made fun of.
Mark,
for
what
this.
AEW game are you putting in number 2?
The game's not out yet. It'll probably come out the fall of this year.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were
Yeah,
about like
grow
a
up,
cell
Mac.
phone game or something out there.
Bold
However,
of you to assume
I
there's going to be
am,
a
I am
fall.
pulling up the first app game, and it is Pokemon the trading card game. I
Have an
am
app for that?
still all in on this.
Wait. There's an
Excuse
app?
me?
That's an app.
Wait,
There's an
wait,
app
wait,
for that.
wait,
So,
wait,
like,
wait,
if
wait,
you
wait.
have like an iPad, you can download this game and you can like build decks, and like if you buy physical packs of cards, they
Yeah.
have like in the cards, or if you buy like a pre-made deck,
Uh-huh.
they'll
But
have
it's
the-
not on iPhone.
Correct. It is not an iPhone.
It's
And
only on
luckily,
iPad.
my wife has an iPad, so she uses her iPad for school.
My wife
and,
also has an
nursing
iPad.
stuff, and I use it solely for this Pokemon trading card game.
My wife also has an iPad.
So yeah, dude, playing people online and like building your deck and collecting cards. Love it. So that's my number 2.
Nice.
That's interesting.
There you go,
Yeah.
Isaac. You're
I'm
up to number
interested.
2, and Isaac, the people are wondering: does your wife own an iPad?
She does own an iPad. I don't think that's any surprise to
Zane, wait.
everybody who knows.
Zane, does yours?
No.
Zane,
We'll get to
Zane,
Zane when
Zane.
we get to Zane.
Zane.
We'll get to Zane when we get to Zane, Robbie. Come on.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
Does Robert
Ready?
have an iPad?
We ready?
No. No.
Okay, my number 2 is Mario 3D All Stars. There were definitely issues. What Nintendo should have done is they should have reworked the controls and kind of remastered the game slightly instead of just porting it to the Switch because the controls suck.
Fix that god awful camera.
But
Sounds like a lot of work for Nintendo.
But-
You're asking a lot.
playing Mario 64 again was one of like my favorite gaming things of this year. Like that was so much fun, and my daughter started playing video games this year and she loves Mario Sunshine. Like it was so much fun to play those games, and just the nostalgia just let it just wash over me. It was awesome. So that's my number 2.
That's a really interesting way to do it.
Okay, Jarrett, you're up.
Okay, at number 2, I have a game that is not new to the world, but is new to me. And it was actually a free game on PlayStation here a month or 2 ago. It is Hollow Knight. I'm a big fan of the Souls games, and I'm also a big fan of Metroidvania style games, and this kind of does both of those things very well. The art style is fantastic. I love it. My son loves watching it because he thinks it's cool when I squish all the evil bugs. Absolutely fantastic. I did not expect to enjoy this as much as I do.
I've heard it's
Zane.
really good.
Yeah. My number 2 is
Zane, time out, Zane. Does Robert own an iPad?
Robert. I don't believe he owns an iPad.
Wait, does he have one at work?
Yeah.
He might have one at work. I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Problem solved.
Okay, go ahead.
My number 2 is Spider-Man Miles Morales. This game is fantastic. It's fantastic. Magnificent. They just took everything they had from the first Spider-Man game and they just rolled into this, and like it just continues. It's wonderful.
I was worried, Zane, how they were going to handle the transition from the previous Peter Parker, and I didn't want them to kill him.
Right.
And I thought they did a good job with it.
They did a good job. It fit the story well. And just
It did.
the setting of New York in wintertime, and all, like I really like the vibe of it. Swinging through and you see Christmas lights.
was too short.
everything.
Yes.
It was short.
Way too
but-
short. Should have
Way
been
too
longer.
short. I like okay.
Way too short.
Full disclosure, that's my number 1 game, but
That's my number 1 too.
I rated it a 5.99 because I hated that it was just that short. Like I got done with it and I was like, man, I wanted more, and I wanted more.
Yeah, I had
villains
another-
too, but yeah,
I had another 3 hours of gameplay in me on that one.
yeah.
3 hours.
I think another 3 hours
I
out
think
of
that's
been good.
about really the only thing you could knock against it is it was shorter. I wish it was longer, but even still, what we got was fantastic.
Yeah,
How?
Yeah.
Wait. How short was it?
6-7 hours maybe.
Yeah, 8.
And would you say is that average? Right? Yeah. Like, or no? Oh no!
No,
That's
that's
not
impossible.
average.
That's
No, that's not average. No. Oh, okay. No, just kidding.
This is impossible. We're starting over.
Okay.
No, I agree.
number
Zane,
2?
Zane and Isaac, I agree. Robbie, go ahead. Number 2.
The number 2 for me is The Outer World. You guys know me. I really love the Fallout games, and The Outer World is kind of along that same line. Same as kind of No Man's Sky, though. I haven't got to put a whole lot of time in. Obviously, having 2 kids now and one, just turning 1, it's been really hard to game this past year. But really looking forward to getting to No Man's Sky and Outer Worlds in 2021.
Very cool.
If we make it out,
Very cool.
if we make it out of January,
That's a big if.
big if.
When are we getting back on Sea of Thieves? Just saying.
We're on No Man's Sky now.
we're past that.
Keep up,
We-
keep up.
We're
Once I
done.
get my PC, Jared, I'll be back.
That time.
You could say see if these ship has sailed.
Ah.
But
Good one.
Jared is actually hurt. Yeah, Jared's
Jared
disrespected.
sees the chat.
And Jared's offline.
he's
All right,
done.
good to know. Number 2 is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for me. It's a really great game. It's on Switch. I like how they did the Black Order, and I like how Dr. Doom looked pretty cool in this one too. All right, Mark, your turn.
All right, before I'll do one more read of the last Funko giveaway for the Vision Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Which DC superhero character first appeared in an animated show before appearing in a comic book? All right, my number one, and just write in the chat whatever your answer is. My number one, I was introduced to this glorious game I first saw this game being played, I think in 2014 or 2015. So
Oh,
this goes against some people's beliefs on what a 2020 list should be. But I was first kind of like thrust into this world, and I bought in, and now chase the dragon on a bi-weekly basis or tri-weekly basis, or if I could, an everyday basis, is Rocket League.
Glad for you to join the club.
Rocket League Wales.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Rocket League Wales. Isaac, number 1.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Already talked about it. It was amazing. What is there is 6 out of 6. Amazing. Everything I wanted. Minus, I could have used a couple more villains, but it was just too short.
Do you think they're gonna make it so you could play as both of them in the next one, or is it just gonna be Peter Parker?
Oh yeah. No, I think Miles will be in Spider-Man 2 as a playable character eventually, like for certain missions and stuff like that. I don't think he'll be like interchangeable with.
I think they're gonna
Make it like GTA 5, where you have like 3 characters.
right. It's gonna split up. Whereas in the first one, we got those terrible
Right.
Mary
At least
Jane
there'll be
missions.
good missions
We're
where
gonna
he's
get
actually
Miles
Spider-Man
Morales
now
missions.
instead of
Right.
just like walking around as a
Yeah,
normal
seriously.
human being.
Ugh.
Moist.
Oh, I gotta sneak by them and climb on these beams and not fall down, not be seen.
No,
That's the
Robbie, you're
worst.
not.
I agree,
eligible
Isaac.
to
That's my number 1 as well.
Access below.
Jared, go ahead. Your number 1 video game of the year.
Rocket League. I've sunk way too many hours for it not to be my number 1.
You and Mark both like just started getting into Rocket League like in what the past like 6
We
months
went
or so,
nuts.
right?
Mine was just
We
before.
played a lot of Rocket League this year.
Yeah, I think I got it because of quarantine. I was like, well, I need something to do, so I
Yeah.
bought it. I think I bought it in March of 2020. Good timing.
I can't believe you bought that. It was free.
No, Chad.
I
Max
did
does not
not
have
at the
any
time.
At that time.
Wait,
it
is that
wasn't.
actually Chad Zane?
Yeah. That's
Taserface?
Chad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
I had an original bit
Chad
earlier
Fox.
with him in the shower, but he didn't laugh at that joke. I thought that was
why
really
do you have a
good.
bit with him in the shower?
Yeah, wait,
I said it was him freezing in a cold shower.
I guess I should have put
worthless.
the After Dark on the
Yeah.
title of this.
we're prepared for that.
It's 9:55. I don't like 9:53.
Max is
Excuse me. I
still
don't know
being
what people are
attacked.
expecting.
Poor guy. Go for it.
Wow. Max's entire
My
life is a bit.
goodness, God.
Hey,
This is entire-
he owns a
Give him
PS5.
Goat.
He
Zane-
owns
Zane
a
nods his
PS5.
fedora
You
at that
respect him.
His daddy has a
Isaac,
boat.
not all of us can have Scott's bit where he plays Zelda Breath of the Wild and tells people about it all the time. It's kind of like Robbie not having time to play video games. You can
Gets
tell
mad at-
it's a thing because he's always telling us that.
Gets
That's
mad
how
at
it
people
is.
for getting
Do
mad
I
at
say
people.
that a lot?
Yes,
I
he gets
usually-
mad
I
at people
guess.
for
I usually
having an
just-
opinion.
I should just ignore you guys when you guys talk about video games.
Number 1.
What? What? What?
Zane, go ahead.
My number
Wait,
one.
did we skip Jarrett?
Oh, wait.
Jared said
No,
Rocket
Jared
I
was
said
Rocket
Rocket League.
Okay, thank goodness.
Zane,
I
if you
thought-
you're not gonna
I
steal my
skipped
thunder.
him, and I didn't want him to come up during hot and stuff.
Don't steal my
so-
thunder.
Well,
You're not gonna
Zane,
say
go ahead.
you're not gonna
That's
you're
good.
gonna say
Sorry,
ghost,
sorry,
right? You're not gonna
Zane,
say KOA.
My number one game of 2020 was
You don't-
Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh,
I
nice.
was wondering which Kingdom Hearts you were going to pick, but you didn't pick any of them.
Ah,
Okay.
you're great bit, unoriginal. No, my number
Yeah,
one
grow up, Max.
is Ghost of Tsushima. I think all you guys should pick it up, especially find it on sale. It's a wonderful game. Just the fighting in that is so well done. You feel like you're just a samurai, just going around, just ruining stuff. and the game is visually gorgeous. It is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played.
I will say from the outside looking in, I was like very close to getting this game on the fence. When you started talking about the multiplayer stuff, as soon as I
sounds like
settled down and decided I'm buying a new game, that's first on my list.
Definitely, and that's because it didn't originally launch with the Legends, that's what the multiplayer is called. And no, you dive into that and you get a squad, and like they have like basically a raid mode, and then they have like a survival mode where it's like you all go in with your samurai Ronin, and yeah, you just fight wave after wave, and it is super fun.
Have you platinumed?
I have platinumed it, yes.
Very good. Look
Oh,
at you.
everyone golf clap.
Yeah, congratulations, Zane. That's a
much.
big deal for you. That's a
Congrats, Zach.
big deal for you.
He's catching up.
It's like the scriptures say,
Yeah,
Zane.
Lucas,
you can't take anything into
watch your
heaven
back.
but your platinums. It's the only thing you can take to heaven.
Zane's coming for you. Only he's 115 behind now.
Hey, I'm up to
That's it.
20. I'm up to 20.
Hey, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
yeah.
I mean, that's like 17 more than all of us. So I guess.
Yeah,
I guess
Yeah.
Robbie, that's a hard person to follow, but you're gonna have to try. Number one video game for you.
I'll do my best. I was really worried he was going to say this because this game's kind of a loophole. Technically, this game came out in 2012, but there was a remaster in 2020. Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning is a just incredible
Wonderful.
game. If you like the Skyrim mold or any of those RPG type molds, you'll love this game. It's incredible. I just love that game. I love that they made a remaster just so I could put it back on my list.
How far are you into it?
Oh, I probably only like 15 hours into it, but I'm
Is
just
this
happy
co-op?
to be able to play again. No,
It is not co-op.
Okay, I
came out in
don't care.
2012. They didn't believe about co-op in 2012,
That's true.
but just great game.
All right, should we give away that last Punko Pop?
Yeah.
Sorry, the last what?
That's who?
Did I say Punko Pop?
Who are we?
You
The
did.
only-
Uncle Flop.
we didn't have many entries.
I
Uh-oh.
believe Scott was the only
Scott is the
eligible entry. So Scott
Was I
Gosh.
wrong?
wins. You
Scott
are not
wins a
eligible.
Funko Pop? Well, maybe we
Who
just
did
don't
I
need to give it
kill?
away.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
save it
that's
for
all
next
right.
time then.
We'll see what
Just
he
send it to
Mark,
me.
why don't you keep it?
I might.
Why?
might.
So you can throw it away?
What was the?
Well, I would throw it away. I'm not a terrible friend.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
You want to say the answer, Mark? Do you want to say what the answer was for the people at home?
Oh, it's Harley Quinn. Was the answer in my mind? Because she was in the Batman animated series.
Yep.
Prior.
Who was the first one for Marvel? Do you guys know?
Who
Not off the top of my head. Yeah,
I don't know about the first one, but Cross mentioned Agent Coulson and
we said animated.
X23.
X23 was the first one.
I was going to say X23
I wouldn't have known
sounds
that, but
more
Cross
reasonable.
mentioned it, so I was just stealing from him.
It's a great guess by Cross.
That's an absolutely fantastic guest.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
that's fantastic.
It's almost like
does-
he can
well,
use
think-
Google better than
He
Zane.
does run a podcast called Comics in the Cross, so
Remember
think
to
he
put
does?
What do they
He
talk
does?
about?
Address.
What do they talk about
to
in that
Infinity
podcast?
Bros.
I don't know. That's a great question.
What?
He doesn't know jack about Wolverine though.
Apparently not.
Nah.
No, nothing.
It's not a
but
canon.
Underdog
Underdog.
has
Jedi, what is
Wolverine.
up?
Well, we this one's gone off the rails, but we're super grateful if you've stuck with us today, that you got to spend some time with us. We're so grateful wherever you listened, however you listened, that you made us part of your day.
Wait, we're not done yet.
Uh,
We're not done yet.
Oh, even more. I'm
Max
sorry.
really
Well, I
wants
wanted
to
to talk about this.
Are
Is
you not reading the script? We have more
I was
giveaways.
one off. I'm sorry. We're 2 hours in. I apologize. We have a
we
couple
do
more
have
giveaways.
one
Go
more
ahead.
giveaway.
We're not
I
2
will-
hours in yet.
One.
I believe Isaac. Sorry. Go ahead.
We have one more giveaway. That's going to be at the very end here. But I wanted to talk about a couple things. Last year, for our StanLees, we did top 5 comics and top 5 podcasts. But we kind of all had iffy lists last year. So we were just like, you know what? Let's throw that out. Oh, by the way, we didn't even announce it. But Spider-Man Miles Morales is the 2020 StanLee Award winner for video games. So Miles Morales... Onward for movies and Mandalorian for TV shows. So those are your 2020 StanLee Award winners, and we'll throw those up on Twitter too for the people that missed the show. But I wanted to go through just a little hot and snot list of new stuff that happened in 2020 or crappy stuff that happened. It can be really quick. I just wanted to shout out a couple people that that we've interacted with that started up in 2020. So I'll just go ahead and go first to give you guys a little idea of what I was thinking. But first of all, 3 podcasts that I wanted to shout out that we've been interacting with a lot and that have been awesome supporters of the Infinity Bros podcast. Number 1 is Comics in the Cross. They actually were able to start their podcast this year. It's been in development for a very long time. Back to our off-topic gamer days. And they started it up this year, and it is a blast. It's Sundays. I believe it's 1 p.m. Central that they do it every week. It's a blast. They talk about all sorts of nerdy stuff, and we've been good friends with them for a couple of years now. So, and they are in here in chat. Thank you guys for being great supporters.
I'm looking forward to when football season is over, so I don't just get the notification on my phone and then go back to watching the game.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm looking forward to actually pulling it up on my phone and watching it on Twitch. I'm really looking forward to
That's
it.
It's good
That's
stuff.
rough to say out loud, Max.
Well, it is. I'm looking forward to that because I really like their show and I try to check it out afterwards all the time. But I can never watch it live because I'm typically watching Red Zone, so that's why.
Yep, and they also have YouTube
Red Zone
for
Wheels.
those of you who want to check it out after
Yep.
the fact. So, my second podcast that I wanted to shout out is Co-op Trio Podcast. They've been some cool dudes that we've been interacting with and in our Discord. And I've done a couple of Let's Play with them on their YouTube. They're just a group of really cool people who like video games. So go check out the Co-op Trio Podcast. The last one is the Nerds, or the Mountain Nerds. I was going to say Nerds Mountain because that's their Twitter handle. The Mountain Nerds Podcast. And Jarrett was actually got to be on one of their podcast episodes, which is awesome. So check out that guest episode. But Caleb and Taylor are really cool people that we've gotten to know pretty well over the past couple months, and it's just cool to see in a crappy year like 2020 that good things are still coming out of it. So shout out to those 3 podcasts who got going in 2020, and I just wanted to give one shout out to Comic Book, which is Dominion, the Fall of the House of Saul. That one is one that we have shouted out. We've reviewed on our podcast. If you go to theinfinitybros.com, you can check out my review on the Daily Snap. Chapter 2 actually just dropped like 2 weeks ago, and I just read it last night. It's great, and I'm going to be writing another review on Chapter 2 as well. So definitely check out Dominion, Fall of the House of Saul. For comics. So you guys, you don't even have to say anything if you don't want to, but did you guys have any hots or snots from 2020? Mark, why don't you go ahead?
I sure do.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
Mark's got like a list of like 100.
Oh, Mark has a
movies
list.
ready to go.
No,
I will.
I don't
I'll
have
just
a
wait
list.
till I'm called.
I didn't make a. I didn't. Here's my.
He just rolls down the scroll. It like goes all the
I
way
knew
into
we'd have
Max's
a long
room.
episode, so I only have 2 things.
Okay.
Because I got into this rewatch again. I've been watching American Horror Story, and this is some great content in there for just social commentary and good TV show horror. Love it. I recommend go seeing it. There was actually a couple seasons I haven't seen yet, like the Roanoke season, the last 2 seasons, and I think their new one's coming out soon. But I recommend go watching it. All right. On to the next. I don't know where to put this anymore. I initially watched WW84 and I hated it. Just despised it. I thought
Now I'm really intrigued as to what you're gonna say next.
Where are we going?
down.
Right?
Wait a minute.
I watched it again today. I skipped the first 11 minutes. I told the group I gave it a 1 out of 6 initially. After my rewatch, 3 out of 6.
Wow. 3 out of
What?
6.
Yeah,
You and I
I was like,
we're
it's
here together.
serviceable.
Mark.
I actually, I just got rid of
This was
the
a
first
pivot.
11 minutes, which I thought was just. I think that for me, looking back at it, worst parts. Like I didn't need that first 11 minutes with her in that pentathlon as a little girl. Just I didn't.
Okay.
Maybe like someone needs to explain why that's important to me. To me, I'm just like, screw that, get that out of there. the mall scene I think is still dumb, but you need an opening to kind of just get the whole story rolling with the stone.
Sure.
And again, why am I blanking on his name now? Maxwell
Steve
Lord.
Trevor?
Maxwell
Lord.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, there you go. He's still praising him. That's why he was a 1 out of 6 for me in the beginning. But Kristen Wiig's character, I wish there was more we got from her, because I thought she did a really good job with her character. I thought we got more of Cheetah. Like, I wish we just got more of her as that character.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like they bring her back later on. Like she's not dead because we didn't see a body being buried. So that's how that's how comics work.
Right.
But 3 out of 6. I think I think also not watching it with my Kelly really hated it. So I don't know if I just got that energy from it too. But I initially said to the group that WW84 was worse than Captain Marvel, but after my second rewatch, Captain Marvel's still at the bottom for crap. So
Garbage.
Wonder Woman
Scott left.
Straight up trash.
And know what's funny? I rewatched Captain Marvel last night too,
And
then Wonder Woman this morning, and I'm still 100% on that, because I was like, I need to watch both.
Oh, that's
of these
fine.
to figure out which one's
Yeah, it's
better.
cool. You're wrong. I get
And
it.
Captain Marvel,
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're
You're
wrong.
everybody would agree with me.
Can I
so-
piggyback with
Yeah,
Mark
everybody
here?
would agree with you
But-
except for Scott.
but end of
Yeah,
day-
that's
end of day-
everybody.
End of day, Wonder Woman, 3 out of 6.
I'm with you, man.
I'm okay with it. I'm
I want to
Yeah,
piggyback.
let's
I want to
let's
piggyback
go ahead
with
and hear
Mark.
Robbie change his opinion because you've changed yours now. Robbie, go ahead.
Well, I had talked to you guys about talking. We talked about this already outside of the podcast and everything, but I think I gave it a 4.7. I think my first initial reaction was very positive. Then I heard all the negative things, and I was reading stuff online, and I kind of went back and forth with it myself. And I really think I was at my mother-in-law's house, was I don't really like, and the only little bit of joy I really
Hopefully
had.
she's not watching.
She will never be watching. I that's fine. Jessica won't listen either.
No, Jesus.
But that was my joy. I was so excited. Nothing could have made that movie bad to me at that moment. After rewatching it at home in my just from the comfort of my own couch, it's not as good as I wished it was. I'm with Mark now. It's definitely not what it should have been. It should have blown everything away. It should have been the movie of the year for superheroes, and it wasn't.
Yes. That I agree with that.
It should have Lady Gaga
I agree with
me
that.
Super Bowl. It should have blown my socks off.
Yes.
I should have been sockless after the first watch and after the second watch.
Yes.
I should have been like, damn, I should have brought a second pair of socks with both occasions. But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
No, I by the way, guys, I think Jared agrees with that
That's
too.
what
I
I
don't know
wish
where Isaac and
The
Zane-
reaction was.
Jared,
you
and I have talked about this. Like, part of the reason we were so critical about it last week, in my opinion on it, has actually gotten worse the more I've been separated from it. But
Yeah.
I agree with you guys. I wanted this movie to be the movie of 2020. This is what I believed in it, and we've talked about it ad nauseum on this show.
I think
Patty
I think
Jenkins
that-
should never write a movie again. Should never write a movie again.
Wow. Okay. I don't think that, but I think
Get her
it
away from a
definitely
script.
was a detriment to Wonder Woman 84. All of the hype that was going into it, because I mean, the movie itself just wasn't as good as we were all expecting it to be. So, and in this kind of culture that we're in right now, it's just like, all right, if it's not good, it's terrible and it's awful. So
That's fair.
I don't think I'm going to push back the opposite way, because and Scott talked about this on his podcast if you want to check that out, but he said that everybody came into this with a critical eye. But I can't speak for everybody, but for me at least, I was willing to give this passes, and I kept giving it passes, and it kept getting worse and worse. And I talked about this on the podcast. I was like, up until the end, I was like, okay, this movie's horrible, but they'll redeem it at the end, surely. And then it got worse.
yeah,
I'm with you, Max.
This movie's a mess, which I think everybody agrees this movie is a mess in some ways.
And I definitely
That's
did
the
not
major point I would say.
It should have been a home run, and it's just okay, and that's
it's
just.
And I didn't come into this watching with a critical eye. I was like, oh, this is just gonna be a good movie. I won't have to.
Yes.
I'm just gonna get a good movie, and it wasn't, and that's why I didn't like it. It was like I just thought this was crap, and then again, my second rewatch was like, okay, it's not that bad. It had some bad parts. I skipped the part I really hated the most, or just didn't tolerate, and it was all right.
It's
And
it's
that's
it's a
Marty
bummer.
49 liked it. There you go.
It's a yeah, of
He
course
also
he
liked
liked
the
it.
original Justice League, so whatever.
Gosh.
Who
Don't
did?
even
Are you talking
know.
about Robert?
All right. Does anybody else have anything for hot or snot?
I would add to, like, if we're just talking about
2020
if we're just talking about podcasts real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to
sucked.
Rock
Good enough.
Rock and Mr. Magic and Unique DNA out at Geek Nation. I got to go on their show
Yeah.
a couple months ago, and I will tell you what, Rock and Mr. Magic knows his sports, and we have to get him on an episode sometime just so he can talk about some hot takes. And Robbie, it will be mandatory that you come on with him because that man has some hot basketball takes that you will want to fight with him about. And I can't wait just to sit back and watch you two fight. So great show. You check out the Geek Nation podcast. Those guys are both fantastic guys. It was a ton of fun being on their show. They're great supporters. And I got to connect with them with Tony T on another episode with him and a couple others, but wanted to just shout them out as well since you were saying that, Isaac.
Very cool.
The funniest part about all this is I was actually friends with those guys on PlayStation because they had a Destiny clan that I stumbled across. And so when you were like, yeah, I'm going on Geek Nation, I was like, why does that sound so familiar? And I'm like, oh, I've played Destiny with these guys before. Fuck wild.
That's awesome.
I'm going to add to like the people we're shouting out since he popped up in chat here recently. There have been a lot of phenomenal streams this year that we've been jumping into. You talk about Co-op Trio. Check those guys out. It's Watson, Nikolai, and Benita do a great job. But Reformed Jedi as well. I know he was having some computer issues, but sounds like he'll be back streaming soon. Fantastic watch. He really leans into the Jedi character, which is a cool thing to see on
He
Twitch.
like is Obi-Wan.
Goes
Kenobi.
all out. Yeah, it's
crazy.
buck wild. But just like the community that's built this year, I think obviously last year we started our Discord and did all that, but I think this year it's taken off in a way that none of us expected. And so if you're watching later, we just want to shout you guys out because you guys have made 2020 a little more bearable considering how crazy it's been for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I also would like to fantastic Chad.
Wow.
Chad sucks.
Fantastic.
Sucks.
Zane, you got anything for us?
Nah.
Okay. Robbie?
Chad sucks.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, Chad
I
sucks.
feel like Chad's
that's
gonna
on
kick down
everyone's
Zane's
snot list.
door and
I get
like
it. Okay.
come yell at you guys.
Well, thank you, Infinity Bros Universe, for an awesome year. I'm just going to run through the winners of the 2020 StanLee Awards one more time, and then we'll give away the final giveaway here. Our 2020 movie StanLee Award winner of the year is Onward. Our 2020 StanLee TV show of the year is The Mandalorian. And our 2020 StanLee video game of the year is Spider-Man Miles Morales. So, thank you guys for all hanging out with us tonight. It's been a blast. The t-shirt giveaway. I'm going to give away one of these t-shirts here, the Infinity Bro t-shirts.
Woot woot.
Yeah, everybody that has participated in chat is going to be eligible for this giveaway, minus the people who have already won pops. So, sorry, Scott Cross and Yoshi Squeegee. You guys already won the pops, so we'll give it to somebody else. But let's go ahead and pull that up here.
So me and Jared are eligible, is what I'm hearing.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Man, maybe I can only go. Let's see. Well, I'm going to write everybody down, and we'll tell you what. We'll announce it actually tomorrow. How's that sound? Because I might need to actually dig through everybody that's participated on chat, because I can only go past 15 minutes on this Nightbot thing, apparently. So, all right. I'll announce that on social media. Thank you all for hanging out with us. It's been a blast tonight. I'm going to go ahead and raid somebody afterwards, but Max, take it away with the outro because I'm terrible at those.
Yes, you're absolutely abysmal. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go to theinfinitybros.com. You can follow us there. If you got the itch to Twitch, check us out on here. You're already there, so it doesn't even matter. As always, we love you guys 3000, and we will see you soon. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
While we are looking to raid, if anyone's still in chat, pay attention because there will be a crossover between myself, One Geek 411, and the City on a Hill Gaming. We were doing a Magic the Gathering Commander League, tentatively scheduled for the last week in January, but.
Hey, thanks for everybody that came by too. By the way, it was fun chatting with you guys. It was
really
fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for giving us a hard time. If you gave us a hard time tonight, you totally get.
Besides chat.
We love that.
Yeah.
Man, of course, we've already
Damn you,
separated chat
Chad.
from everybody else.
All right, so guys, we are going to raid Retro Rewind podcast. They are also doing their podcast. I think they do it every Friday, but we're gonna raid them. We've got a couple people left
That's
hanging out
hardcore.
with us, so let's go check them out. Give them a follow, and thank you guys again so much for all the interaction we've had tonight, for the follows that we've had. And for Yoshi Squeegee, for Comics on the Cross, for Scott Higa, congrats to you guys on the pop giveaways. We'll be sending those out in the next couple weeks here. So, Retro Rewind Pod. All right, we'll get this set up here. All right. Well, you guys all have a wonderful night. We love you, 3000.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.